Hello everyone, welcome to 2025 World Championship Qualifiers here at the Spec Centre. I'm Joe Robinson, doing a bit of commentary for you today. I'm alongside former world number one, John White. Thanks for joining me, John.
Thanks for having me, mate. It's going to be exciting stuff and a great opportunity for these young ladies to get a place in the final tomorrow for a qualifying spot in the or a spot in the main draw of the World Championships.
Yeah, so first match today, just as Ponytail Paul goes in front of the camera there. We've got Layla Sedki, the number one seed for the event, against the US Junior Open champion Alexander Jaffe. She'll be looking to score an upset. You know, there's about 300 places between them in the rankings, as we see here, look. Great graphics going on. Layla up to 104. Alex just starting the PSA journey down at 432. Predictions for this one, Whitey, please?
I'm not too sure. I'm going to sit on the fence at the moment, but you know, you got Layla at 104, so she's obviously the favourite here. But Alex Jaffe is a strong player, and she's going to be out there. You know, no pressure on her. It's all the pressure's on Layla. So you know, I'll give you a prediction after the first game, mate.
It's going to be a lot easier for you to predict the score after one game. Well, my prediction, I'm going to go no upset for me today, unfortunately. I think Layla's going to take it in 3. She's had a few good wins. She's been winning a few the challenger events around the world, having a couple of good upsets on the way as well. So, and obviously Alex, very young, probably her first event, I would guess.
First major event, and you
Yeah.
know, as I said, there was no pressure on her, but the pressure of playing these qualifiers for the World Championships. And as you said, Layla's got some very good experience in the back pocket with already, you know, travelling and training and playing some of the challenging events and having some good results. So, you know, obviously she's going to be coming in very confident, and you just never know with who's going to play the best squash on the day.
Just got some sort of advert going on here. We've got
Oh dear, look at him.
Spence with a hat on. We need to take that off. Yeah.
This looked like he was going to get on a skateboard after that shot. Not really sure what that was, but that's Spencer Lovejoy.
We've got obviously Layla was another one of the players who was in St. Louis last week as well in the other qualifying event, the Pan American one. She obviously didn't quite come through that, as well as Spencer, who's just walking down the left side there. Also made a trip to St. Louis to try and get in, but he failed in the semis. Not quite sure how far Layla got, but obviously not far enough.
No, yeah, well, you know, that's the thing. You know, they've already played one of these qualifying events, so it's you know, they want to come back out here, and they got another shot at you know, getting a spot at the alongside the all the best players in the world at the World Championships.
So the US get an extra qualifying spot this year because it's been held in Chicago in the middle of May. There's been qualifying events all around the world, even in the Oceania region. There was Rachel Grinham with the 8th seed in that one. Still going out there. 85.
She's been around for a while.
And we're off. First point. You're going to do prediction first rally? No?
Alex Jaffe. Yeah, well, it's a good rally. They're just, you know, rallying themselves into it, getting themselves warmed up, and feeling each other out, which is what you want.
Yeah, Alex, very steady player, good technically, under the watchful eye of Chris Longman. I'm not sure if he's made his way down today or not. One of 2 very talented twins. Sam currently in the little NSA squad we've got going on as well here at the centre. Lots going on. I'm sure they'll all be watching.
Oh, there's a lucky nick there for Layla to win the first point.
Yeah, both straight into the floor, straight out of the Joe Robertson textbook there. Alex, lovely long drop, goes in from the back on the backhand side.
Both are not shy about going short. There's a few nice little boats coming through, and both having the old counter drop, which Alex won the last rally with. Great to see. Mixing it up.
Bad start.
Would have liked to see her take that volley. There she is.
She stopped for there.
Very sporting, calling her own shot down. I don't know if that was a carry or it was a double bounce. Not really sure, but
Don't see anything wrong there. Nothing wrong for me. Let Paul do his job. Very excited to be here, I'm sure.
well, he loves doing his job, Paul. He doesn't stop moving his chair. He gets a lot of exercise, just the same as the players on court.
Layla just rolling one into the floor again there. Maybe a few early nerves. Favourite for the event. Pressure of the crowd watching. Alex may be
lift.
a bit more used to this court than Layla, especially in the last few months. Played the NSL, the junior NSL exhibition, and then obviously played her sister in the final of the US Open final.
That's a great rally. I like the way Alex is playing. She's getting herself in the rallies and getting some good length, and every now and again throwing the short ball in, and getting a few unforced errors from Layla at the moment. Saying that, she proves you wrong. And lovely backhand volley into the front left-hand corner.
Slotted straight in. See the crowd gathering down the left.
Nick Taylor walking down the left with his coffee.
Yes, left.
Sure, he's
3-all.
Taking
Just
a quick trip
ball
over to GFG.
Good call.
Just clips the top of the tin, goes for the inside out.
4-3.
Backhand there. Layla skewing one down the middle. Oh dear.
Oh.
Another one on the tin.
A little bit of a lazy footwork there, but a few cheap points given away from Alex for Layla to go 5-3 in his first game.
Layla really giving the ball a good smack.
She's actually stepped up the court and onto the tee, and she's taken full control, looking to take control of every single shot she plays.
What would you be if Alex was on your Drexel team? What would you be telling her to do against Layla here?
Exactly the same as what she's doing this rally, just trying to get a little bit more height, trying to keep it confined down the side walls, and as soon as it's in the middle like this, take full control. And it's great coaching, Mr. White.
Handouts, 4-6.
Nice, well-constructed rally there for Alex.
Another great dying leg with the forehand.
Yeah, she's doing well here, keeping herself in touching distance. She's loving the court.
Down.
Another one into the floor there from Layla. Both girls making a few
6-all.
lazy errors early on.
Yeah, the good old nerves for the first game, just trying to get the first game under your belt. But as I said before, get used to the court, get used to how your own body's feeling, and play the way you want to play.
Good shot.
Another great rally. She's getting good length, and then all of a sudden, she's confident going short. She just throws that little short ball in. It's great to see.
Just noticed Layla's got a bit of strapping on her left shin area. Hopefully it's not going to play too big of a part in the match. She finds a good length there
7-all.
to lock it in at 7-all. Crowd go wild.
Eight, 7.
I don't think she asked for a let there. No, she didn't. 8-7.
Down.
Not sure she needed to do that.
No, there was a little bit of a silly shot from the back there. She didn't need to. A straight drive would have been great to set herself up back on the tee and look to attack the next ball.
Paul's tin vibrators would have been going off there.
Or would have liked to see her ask for that. Or she has.
9-8.
Given.
Handouts,
She's a lap.
9-8.
Oh dear.
This is where 9-8 crucial, where you don't want to do anything silly, just keep it down the side wall, rally yourself into it, wait until that opening is there. Not forcing anything too much.
Layla's really trying to put some pace into this rally, giving it a good smack. Oh dear. Oh,
that's great.
it's a lovely shot.
Almost asked for a let, which
Handouts,
was great to
9-all.
see her. Layla got out of the way and just played while she's getting out of the way, just played that short ball. That was great.
Clinical from Alex. First chance she got in that rally, it went straight in.
Big point coming up.
That may be a
I
no
don't
let.
think that should be a let.
Handouts, correction, left ball.
Alex.
No let given.
10-9.
Alex,
Against the
game
odds.
ball, 10-9.
We've got a replay
No
here.
let.
No, she went the wrong way first and wasn't and able to get the next one back.
Doing very well here. No nerve shown from the underdog. She take the first, make it an interesting tie. Going to be a stroke. Alex takes the first game.
Game to Jackie. Jackie leads 1 game to 11.
The number 4 seed takes the first game. 300 or more places between them in the rankings, but it doesn't look like it on court. As we see a few highlights here from the first game.
Handouts.
Doesn't seem like she's worried at all about playing somebody.
Handouts.
There we go, shows the crowd all excited.
Down.
A
Handouts.
few unforced errors from both the girls, but I really love the composure of Alex, where even when she was down 3, she just sort of rallied herself back, and she put a great rally together at 10-9 of not doing anything silly, just keeping the ball in play, getting some good length, and
3 all.
creating the opportunity and victory for the first game, 11-9.
All right, Whitey, well, you promised us a prediction after the first game.
Well, I think I have to go for the underdog. I think I have to go for an upset, mate.
I'd like to see it. Well, my prediction's gone out the window already.
Yeah.
And Layla 3 love, so I'm going to change. Yeah, Layla 3-1 now instead.
Now, it'll be interesting to see how Layla comes out in the first half of the second game, whether she comes out firing, looking to attack a little ball, picking her pace up. She can hit the ball quite hard. And but Alex is really composed. It's great. She's getting, as I said before, it's the good length, and she's not doing anything silly, not trying to force any shots from an easy position, just playing the basic shot, and she got the first game.
You can see as well, some of the people in the crowd there are their fellow junior teammates for the World and the Pan Am squads who are here training this weekend. She just won in her towel box.
Yeah, 3-pointer that one.
But I'm sure she'll be feeling the support from her peers as well.
Yeah, it's going to be nice playing, playing at the centre. You play the US Juniors at and win it, and then, hometown, home crowd advantage. It's going to be a nice feeling for her.
I'm sure she's loving it. Well, she clearly is loving it out there. She took the first game. Very clinical. Every chance she got towards the back end of that game, she took with ease. And Layla under a lot of pressure. Layla trying to inject some pace, but Alex not really looking too phased by it, really.
She's happy with the pace, and all she's doing is just sticking the ball on the front wall and lifting, which is a great lift, and not doing anything special.
Handouts. 1 love.
It was a great shot.
Oh.
It was a lucky one. I think it was off the top edge of the racket. They all count. You got the whole racket. You may as well use it.
Pay for it all.
Well, Layla off to a good start, 3 love. So this is
Found her feet
that's
a little
obviously a
bit
good
more.
confidence boost for her. Let's see if Alex can get back to some good length, get that ball through the middle of the court. She'll get a few unforced errors from Layla, and we'll get a few wins points for herself.
Good length again from Layla, forcing her right into that back corner on the stretch. The tin vibrators will be going off again.
He does this when he comes and referees at Drexel. He sets him up. He has his own little speaker. He's got his own little system. It's good to see how
Very professional.
How professional he is and how much he enjoys refereeing. Well, Alex, you've got to do something special now. Let's see what she can do. She can pick herself up.
She's not done a huge amount wrong, really. Just Layla stepped it up a little bit more and come out firing after that first game. But it's a lovely drop, goes in to get the first point on the board for Alex.
Handouts. 1 and 5.
Yeah, it does change your thought process when somebody starts picking the pace up. You got a little bit less time to react, and especially if that ball's going straight through the middle and you're digging it out the back corners. It sort of limits what you can do.
Serve to Jaffe. 2-5.
On the board. She's finding a way back, looking for a minor miracle. Calls her own ball again.
Hand out. 6-2.
Very nice to see.
Helping Paul out.
Doesn't have any double bounce vibrators, so he needs the help of the players there.
Down.
Layla loves that mid-court ball where she just winds up and smacks it nice and low. It's a great shot. It's won like 2 or 3 points already this game. Giving that lead 7-2.
Very comfortable around that area of the court. See a couple of the Penn boys walking in there down the left as well.
8-2.
Nice to see that it's filling up a little bit.
And Alex finds herself 8-2 down, so maybe she's going to start picking the pace up and looking for a few more angles just to mix it up a little bit. Let's see what she can do. 3-8.
One last big push for Alex in this second game. Layla looking pretty comfortable now. Settled down a little bit on the glass. Rid of those early nerves. She slots another backhand drop to that front left.
9-3. Out.
Goes out there at the top.
Hand out. 4-9.
4-9. Let's see if you can make a great comeback here.
Be a comeback of the century. Hanging back there, Layla. Just simple straight drop goes in. Probably wins the rally.
I mean, it's just basic let ball. Just a little bit of interference.
Down.
Oh, there's a cheap one.
5-9.
Starting to find a way back in. Put a bit of doubt into Layla's mind. If she gets one more, it might get a little bit edgy.
Yes,
Be a let there, turn on the ball.
5-9.
Yeah, it does change your mindset a little bit.
Left box.
Alex gets a little one. It's 3 points down and puts a little bit more pressure on Layla. Thinking what does she have to do to win? Oh, you got to get across and ask for that let.
Hand out. 10-5. Game ball.
Maybe a smidge harsh. It wasn't a very good shot from Layla, and Alex.
No, she didn't really sort of go after the let call. So. Oh.
Hand
A
out.
couple of really strange sort of
6-10.
errors going
Game
in
ball.
from both girls. A few just sort of straight in the floor.
Trying to do a little bit too much with it being that close to the side wall.
Really, we can hear it from up here. Layla's giving it an absolute wallop down that backhand side.
Alex is finding herself defending a little bit more than she was used to in the first game out of the back 2 corners.
There's a lovely little boat around the front there.
7-10. Game ball.
Be getting edgy. Oh, she's found the back.
11-7.
cross court.
Kentucky, 1 game on.
1-1. No upset in that second game. Layla back down to business, showing why she's the #1 seed. But Alex not disgraced in that second game either. Showed good spirit to try and get herself back in the game just a little bit.
Yeah, she stayed in it. She was
late.
5-love down. You know, then she called herself back, and you know it's good to get those. You know, get the 7 points, keep yourself in it, not giving up at all, and not letting the second game slip too easy.
And she's playing pretty well. She's not done a huge amount wrong.
No.
Just Layla stepped it up a little bit more pace injected into that second game. She's giving it a good smack down that backhand side. See a lot of winners down that side for her. She's favouring that left wall.
Yeah, this is where I'd like Alex to step up the tee and maybe look for a few more volleys, put that little extra pressure on herself, on Layla, and then if she's got that chance to play the short ball, you know, maybe play a few more drops or you know a couple of boasts here and there, just to see what really is going on with that leg that's strapped up, her left leg.
Okay, my new prediction from the last game, the Layla 3-1, still on.
Yeah, both our predictions are still on. got an upset, whether it's in 4 or 5. I don't mind if it goes 4 or 5.
Play will resume in 30 seconds.
Change your prediction after this, Joe?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll change it until I'm right.
15 seconds.
You know, we'll just inform you of the matches coming up later on this afternoon. After this, we've got Spencer Lovejoy taking on Nick Spizzeri, and then we have Charlotte Pastel, Ria Navani in the other side of the women's draw, and then the final match, Salim Khan against Dylan Huang.
1 game all.
So still plenty of squash to be played, plenty of new people on the commentary after this. I'm sat with them now and they look absolutely ecstatic to be getting on the microphone after this. We're back underway in that third game. Layla with the first point on the board. Oh, nice frame off the sidewall. Love it.
Take it while it's there. 1-all.
Again, Layla playing a pretty good shot there, running it in tight to the sidewall again, favouring that backhand side, but Alex just spooning one straight off the frame.
2-1.
Flying round the front. Oh, now she's throwing a reverse boast
Solid
in.
reverse boast after return of serve. Love it. It's like a double shot. Works in the singles as well. 2-all, 1-all in games.
Doesn't get any closer.
I would love Alex to try, you know, just to get the ball a little bit deeper, get that mid-court backhand off of, away from Layla.
Yeah, she
loves that. She picks the pace up and it just, oh, there's Alex. There you go. She's picking the pace up and going for it. I like it.
Battle of the backhands. Both playing some quality into that front left corner. As we've seen throughout the match, Layla's really been trying to target that left side of Alex. Obviously sees it as somewhat of a weakness, but Alex not phased at all, rolling both round the front.
Alex has picked the pace up herself, putting Layla under a little bit of pressure, and then she throws in a little drop or a little boast, and it's working wonders at the moment. Yeah. Off to a lead of 5-3.
Alex seems pretty happy to go along with Layla's pace. She never really looks uncomfortable. You know, moving around the court, she's very smooth, very good technically, doesn't seem to struggle with the pace that Layla's throwing at her. As we see, she's got a 3-point lead now, really taking it to her. And finds a length.
Alex 7-3, playing great squash. She's mixing up, getting it's good length, hitting with pace, and then throwing the short ball in.
She's really gone for her in this fourth game. See, I thought she got that.
I thought that was double. We'll see the replay here. Maybe get the front camera.
Oh, maybe. I'll let her off.
Yeah. 5 seconds.
Got the slow-mo and everything now.
The other one, it's there.
Oh, that's two.
Bound, yeah.
Very honest from Alex. Good job I'm not reffing.
Oh,
just clips it in.
6-7.
Set herself up, right shot to play, but doesn't have to be that close to the tin. Doesn't just hit the front wall.
See there, Chris taking a few pictures from the front wall. Sure will be flinching back there. Lovely backhand kill.
Oh, little clip in the
Handouts.
from the follow through.
Layla's not looking
Nothing
too pleased with herself. Layla looking a little bit unsettled. Alex looking very comfortable out there. Made the tin or not?
That looked low, but it was a great shot. 7-8.
No vibrations.
Oh, that's going to be just a basic let.
The let. She may
Probably
have got
looking
away
for
with
a
that.
cheap stroke, but may have got away with a stroke and other referees. But Paul doing a good call.
She could have volleyed that. got to volley that one as well. Got Whitey twitching here next to me, wanting her to take that volley.
It was like me coaching her with the Drexel boys and girls. It's like volley, it's there. Got the opportunity to take advantage.
That puts Layla at 8-all. She's back in it. Pivotal point of the match. She just sort of scrapes one. Oh, she's gone fishing.
Well,
what's she caught?
She's caught a stroke.
She's caught a stroke.
Yep. But right thing to do. You didn't want to panic with the shot, and it's just like, you know, Layla came up a little bit too quick.
Really
drew
her in
stroke
with
to
that
give
swing.
Alex 9-8. Big point for one of them.
Oh no, she's absolutely middled it.
Handouts 9-all.
Given away very easy. 9-all.
Maybe a few nerves there, going 2-1 up in the back of her mind. Gonna volley that.
Oh, that's good. A little deeper. That's her favourite position. That's a great
a lovely shot.
That's a no-let.
A little bit of a hold and then a snap. Down length to give a game ball.
To go 2-1.
Just composes herself, wiping her hand on the sidewall. Oh, she's got her!
She's got it anyway.
She squeezed her.
I was throwing my hands up. She could have had a stroke there, but she opted to play, which is great. Great to see, but she ended up winning the point anyway.
Whitey nearly jumped out of the box there in frustration that she wasn't either going to volley it or ask for a stroke.
You changing your prediction again? It's going to 5?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to 5 now, I think. As we see, the lights have just turned off. And the number 1 seed, the favourite for the event, Layla, is under some serious pressure from the US Junior Open finalist and winner.
Alex, I like the way Alex came out in the start of the third game, picking her own pace up, throwing the angles in when it was there, nice and comfortable, and it sort of disrupted the way Layla was playing. And you know, she got off to a 7-3 start. Layla come back, but as we've seen through the whole match, Alex composes herself so well, and she just goes with the flow and plays her game, and it's coming giving a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Against
no
the number
fear.
1 seed.
No fear from Alex in that third game. Really taking it back to Layla and picking the pace up a little bit, and it's a lovely shot there, but showing no signs of any nerves in this big occasion for her. She'll be hoping she can repeat that third game and take it in 4.
Yeah, I hope Alex does the same thing in the start of the fourth game. Just keep that pressure on, get some good length. A little bit of a better cross courts can, you know, be a little bit wider onto the side wall, and once she keeps that the back of the backhand service box away from Layla, it's a different story. So, but you never know. Layla's experienced. She may come out firing. Get a good lead. You know, she's not gonna give this up too easy at all.
Yeah, that backhand side was certainly favoured by Layla, and then even Alex was just absolutely stunning towards the back end of that third game. As we're off again. The 4th. First point on the board for Alex. She's looking confident. She's ready. She wants it done. There from Layla. Just top of the tin.
And
a little bit fine with that little drop shot. Just a few, maybe a foot above the tin. Make Layla go into that front corner. Get yourself back to the tee area. Just get yourself back in the rally. Oh, and a forced error.
Layla looking a bit frustrated. Throws the hand up in the air in frustration.
I would have too if I had played that shot. But no, Alex is looking very confident and very composed, as we've always said. She's getting better length.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
lovely
that's a
shot.
great hold with the lob.
Forces a weak one. Take advantage. Goes up again. Oh, she got it. She's off.
She's in the rally. This is great.
Oh, she's forced the error.
Forced error. That was a great rally.
She's done really well to hang in there. She had a chance herself to try and capitalise on an opportunity, but she hung on in there and forced an error from Layla. Oh, and Layla's looking.
Layla's like,
give that one
was
up.
a little bit of a not wanting to go the front corner.
For a 4-1 lead. Layla looking pretty uncomfortable, pretty frustrated.
She's very uncomfortable going forward, whether that's the leg playing up or, you know. Let's see if she can fight back. 5-1 down.
It's out.
Oh, she looks like she's throwing the white towel in.
Well, and we're staring down the barrel of a big upset. The number 4 seed, Alex Jaffe, still a junior, still only 18 years old, goes 7-1 up in this 4th game.
Layla looks deflated. It's almost, you know, there's the pressure that comes with being the number 1 seed, and then the underdog coming out, playing as well as she is now. Full credit to Alex.
Yeah.
She's played the right way, and it is working. Great to see.
She doesn't take a foot
lucky
off
bounce
the
there.
gas.
That's fine. 8-2.
Just don't want her to take a foot off the gas, see the finish line too early. Yeah, Layla looking lost at sea out there at the minute. Hoping to see maybe one big fight back from her as she squeezes an error on the sidewall.
Maybe she gets 1 or 2 extra points from here. She picks her own confidence up, and you just never know. But there's a lucky cross-court nick back of the right-hand service box to go 9-3 for Alex.
She's within 2 of the match to put herself in tomorrow's final. Alex on
She's
the
hanging in this
chase.
rally again. This is great to see. Just getting the ball on the front wall.
Still there.
It's a great
Finds
length.
a lovely length. Oh,
This is great. And she got the ball.
she got that back, and she has now got 7 match balls for a place in tomorrow's final to score a huge upset in the first match of the day. And Layla just
There it
giving
is.
that one up.
Alex Jaffe, 3-1 against number 1 seed. Well done.
Really good to see.
She looks
An
very
underdog
excited
story.
coming off that squash court.
She's just taken down the number 1 seed, nearly 100 in the world. A big upset. Fantastic for her. She goes into tomorrow's final against either Charlotte Pastel or Ria Navani, which we'll see later on this afternoon. Hope you all enjoyed that first match. Thanks for joining me, Whitey.
No worries, buddy. Any time. I'm looking forward to the next 2 commentators.
Yeah, we've got
Drexel boys.
Charlie Taylor and Dima coming to do a little bit of commentary for us, both on the Drexel team, so they'll be commentating on this next match. Spencer and Nick Spizzeri. See you soon.
ask, don't play pretend. You know you left me lonely, I could tell them the whole story. It may take a couple hours, I've got time, let's get to chat. How could I explain the situation? Man, it's so damn complicated. Where do I start, where do I end? I should go back to bed, I'm going back to all the basics. Teaching myself now how to erase it. It's like learning a whole new language, and I'm afraid, too scared to face it. I just want consistent clarity, but all my thoughts destroying me. Some peace of mind is all I need. Give peace to all of my family. I can't go back to you, my friend. Don't need an ask, don't play pretend. You think you are everything I need, but I gotta leave. Try but can't get through to me. It's not you, yeah, it's always me. I close my heart to you, you see it opens up for nobody. It's been so hard to fall asleep. The weather always makes my nose bleed, makes my nose bleed. It's so hard to believe that one day I'll feel peace. I want control over my life, I want that driver's seat. Yeah, it's not you that I need. You push me down when I'm weak. You were never there for me. Go pick up your keys and leave. I can't go back to you, my friend. Don't need an ask, don't play pretend. You think you're everything I need, but I gotta can't go back to you, my friend. Don't even ask, don't play pretend. Cause you think you are everything I need, but I gotta leave.
Will start in 30 seconds. Play will start in 15 seconds.
Welcome back everyone for the second match of the day of the World Qualifier here at the Arlen Specter US Squash Center. We have Spencer Lovejoy taking Nicholas Biziri. I am Dimitri. I play for the Drexel Squash team, and today with me I have Charlie Taylor.
Thanks, Dima. Absolute pleasure to be in the comms box with you for the first time.
Nicholas Biziri to serve. Spencer Lovejoy to proceed.
Show, but
Best of 5
be a
games.
good one with you today, that's for sure.
Same. Let's see what this match is gonna give us today. Any
Yeah.
predictions?
I think I'm gonna go for a Spencer win today. 3-love comfortably. hot take probably. Dino, what about you?
I will agree with you. I think Spencer can take the win here, but I would say it's going to be a 3-1 victory.
3-1.
Their last encounter, Spencer won in 4 as well. So maybe this time Nick can bring something new to the tactics or to the game in order to maybe overturn the result.
Yeah. Pretty much training partners nowadays. Spizzeri finishing up his last probably semester in college at University of Pennsylvania, so he'll be eager to start like full-time training at Spectre Center. So I'm sure these two know their games pretty well, so it'll be a good encounter. Good few first rallies. Spencer looking a little bit nervous. Few errors, few loose balls. Spizzeri capitalizing on that, so takes a 1-love lead here. The first game.
They both seem pretty comfortable with the court, because I assume they train here.
Yeah,
they spend enough time, training and getting used to all the angles and the bounces and everything.
Yeah, these courts can be a little bit difficult to play on. Very not so bouncy, very dead in the back corners, in the front. Very rewarding court for a good length, that's for sure.
I would also say that I think Nick's game suits the glass court a little bit.
Yeah,
he has a pretty decent short game in the front, and he can take over the tee with all the volleys and his height and wingspan, which can put Spencer in a lot of pressure.
Yeah. Just I think Spizzeri has to break his rhythm down here, Spencer. He doesn't want to play at one pace. There he is, big fist pump. 3-love.
Exactly.
He's getting pumped.
He's getting that lead now in the first game.
Spencer looking a bit edgy.
Do you think that can be the pressure?
Yeah.
Being considered the underdog here?
Yeah. I mean, as you can see, Spizzeri's a lower ranked player. He's got no pressure on this match. He's going out. All his Penn boys are here. So he's definitely relaxed on the court. On the other hand, Spencer's looking a little bit edgy, coming in at #1 seed for this event, looking to qualify for the PSA World Champs. So he has to settle in, a bit more height, get his length. Yeah, very, very edgy here. Spizzeri's got a good lead now.
Yeah, 5-love lead for Nicholas here. Looking pretty comfortable, I'd say, with his short game and the length.
I wonder who's on the coaching side of his game today. Maybe one of his Penn teammates.
I saw a couple of them earlier walking in. Huge crowd, huge support for their fellow teammate.
It's always great to have fellow teammates coming to support when it's not a college match. Just nice to have that support behind you.
True.
Supporting, cheering. Very free-flowing. Stroke there for Spencer.
His first point of the match here.
That will definitely settle him in a little bit more. Shot by
7-1.
7-1. Great lead by Spizzeri. Finding his range, looking good.
Yeah, looking sharp here.
Very sharp. Nice USA kit on.
Exactly. Yes.
Love that.
Little flick of the wrist here. Oh, nice post.
Nice delay.
Little fist bump there.
9-1.
Comfortable 9-1 lead here in the first game.
Yeah, Spencer's looking a little bit flat. His first game. Don't know what's going on. Maybe it's a little bit of nerves. Maybe it's just not finding his groove. But hopefully we'll see a bit more from him.
Yeah, maybe just, you know, maybe it's just a little bit of a slow start here.
Yeah, slow start for sure.
Still needs to find his angles because nice length there. Ooh.
Very attacking this game.
Nice rally in the both players.
Handout
But like
2-9.
you mentioned earlier, Nick will need to play a bit of more variety
Yeah,
with Spencer.
yeah, break his game down a little bit. You know, Spencer's he loves to go down the walls at his own pace, loves to go short when he has the opportunity, but Spizzirri's got to try and break that down, use a bit of deception, a bit of height, a bit of hold, you know, a bit of everything.
Exactly. Spencer is a pretty fit squash player, so I'm sure he's up for a big grind.
Ooh, bit of a guess there. Good shot by Spencer.
3-9.
Finding his groove a little bit now. Finding his short game, accuracy. Ooh.
This might give him a little bit of more of a confidence.
Yeah. I think at the Spizzirri takes this game, I think Spencer's coach, Joe Robinson, fellow commentary
4-9.
legend, let's just say, at the US Squash Center, needs to give him a little bit of advice. What would you give him, Dima?
The
What
serve
advice
is
would you
good
give
at
him
the
to
right wall.
point?
Honestly, I would tell him to try and find his length better now.
Yeah.
Try and start with the basics
5-9.
and then try and adapt, you know, more stuff. A little bit of argument here from Nick with our lovely ref Paul.
I think he was just disagreeing with him there about the
Nice length there from Spencer.
That's what he needs here. He needs a few more points on the board, and Spizzirri will start to get a little bit edgy. He won't like it. He'll get a bit edgy. Start going for more shots to the back instead of going short too early. He's not opening the court. Yeah, Spencer's looking a lot more
sharp now.
More sharp,
nice
relaxed.
length
Great length there by Spence.
there. Come back, Charlie. What do you think here?
I don't know. Let's see the next.
This is
big
getting
point
closer and closer. Nice exchange of shots there on the backhand side. Nice drop from Spencer. Nice drop shot.
Oh,
Yes,
bit of a
contact.
Yeah, yes, let there.
7-9.
Good decision from the
Decision
referee.
by Paul. Just a bit of contact going through, nothing too serious. Spizzirri could have got that ball, so just simple let. Nice lift.
Spizzirri needs this point.
Yeah, big
Yes, that's
Let again.
7-9.
Bit of a contact there from the both players.
Getting a bit edgy here, Spizzirri. You can see he's not feeling comfortable.
I think he's feeling the pressure.
Yeah, a bit of pressure now. He's got 2-point gap.
Yeah.
He was 9. Was it
9-1?
9-3? 9-1?
Yeah, 9-1.
9-1. Jeez, wow. See what he
Oh, nice trickle ball.
Get stroke there.
Good rally there.
Handout.
Let's see if he can use this point and win this first game.
Big crucial first game here for Spizzirri to get that first initial lead. Doesn't want to be caught up in Spencer's game.
Nice drop shot there. Oh, pressure.
Nice shot, 9-6 corner.
Oh,
Caught it down, nice sportsmanship there by Spence.
what a
Love
good
it.
game from Spizzirri. 11-7.
First game to Nicholas, good lead. See what Joe Robinson can do here. Bit of magic going on, hopefully. Get him a bit more pumped up for this.
For
The second game.
Yeah.
As you can see,
I think Spizzirri got good advices from his fellow teammate. I
Yeah.
think it's Omar Said sitting in his corner today,
yeah,
giving him the tips and A little tactic.
I think he told him to go short early on.
Yep.
Disrupt his movement a little bit.
Bit of a hold.
Bit of a hold, yeah.
A lot of volleying.
Nice.
Oh, a lovely shot here. Nice.
Spencer just needs to get a little bit more pumped up for this match. Looks a bit flat. Energy's looking low.
Yeah.
Come on, Spence.
Play will resume in 60 seconds.
Length here. He needs to use that a lot with this court, especially.
Yeah, this court, you get rewarded for a great length, and as you can see, a few points here by Spence. He's got good length going on, so
yeah,
I'm sure Joe Robinson is aware of that, and he's going to be informing him to get his length a little bit better, use a bit more height, see what he can do in this second game.
Yeah, second game here. Let's see.
Prediction for this second game?
It's tough. I would say it's pretty tough based on the first game, especially the fact that Spizzirri was 9-1 up and Spencer had a little bit of a comeback coming through by the end of the game.
Yeah.
But I feel like right now Spencer feels more warmed up, you know, more hyped up.
A bit more pumped.
Yeah.
Got the legs going a little bit more. I think he needs to put those hard rallies in to Spizzirri's legs. You know,
move him around.
Move him a little bit more. Vary the pace.
Especially for I would assume, I don't know, 6'4" guy. These
giant,
long rallies. I can tell from my experience I'm a pretty tall squash player, and if someone is moving me around for a long, well, I'll be gassed.
Doing that to you, Dima. Challenge matches. Look, love getting you high and low, that's for sure.
One love lead here.
Spencer looks a little bit more. He's got a bit of a spring in his step here.
Oh. A bit more active.
Yeah, a bit more active on the tee. Like that.
Yeah. Ooh.
Nice.
Tight.
Yeah, tight work going on. Ooh. Ooh, it's
he played through. Nice pickup.
Oh, it's not wide enough.
Good use of the volley from Spizzirri here. Ooh. Nice post there. 2 love for Spizzirri.
2 love.
I think I might change my predictions, to be honest here,
Yeah.
I feel like Spizzirri can take it in free.
Yeah.
Based on how Spencer's been playing.
Yeah, if he keeps up this this pace and this game plan, I think Spizzirri might come through here.
Yeah. Nice drop shot there in the front. Good lift from Spencer as well. Oh, what a
nice hold flip there. Spencer's looking a little bit...
A
little bit flat.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. He's been playing well recently. He played another qualifier event in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Lost out in the semis to
the winner actually of the tournament.
Yeah.
Ifran, if I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
I think
wrong.
that was the 15K. So that was
15K,
after
yes.
the qualifier. But he played Matthias Knudsen.
Yeah.
Absolute
former
massive
Drexel student.
Former Drexel player. Also playing well. Yeah, but Spencer's been on form recently, so I mean it's not really showing here, but maybe he can find a way. There's always a...
Yeah. Also, you never know. The body might be a little bit, you know...
Yeah, he's played...
fatigued from all these amount of tournaments.
He's had a good few matches, probably maybe seven or six matches in his body, so he's definitely feeling it.
Yeah. Especially in the past, 2 weeks maybe?
Yeah, 2 weeks
matches.
been full on for Spencer, and Spizzirri's probably just a good 2 weeks block of training going on. He went down to Florida for a little bit to train, so
handouts 1-4
there. So I mean, it's obviously paying off in this match. Looking pretty comfortable here, 4-1 lead in the second game. So
looking sharp as well.
He's
not a lot of unforced errors.
No. He's been very consistent.
Yeah,
it's great to see.
Ooh, tight there.
Nice backhand drop there. Hunting that volley. Oh, beautiful drop. And
that little fist bump there again.
Yeah, he's proper hyped up for this match.
He's on a high right now, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
5-1 up in the second. He's the number 1 seed.
No pressure.
Yes, right.
I think it's a yes let here.
Just
Referee.
simple that there.
Yeah. Both players had a good college career so far.
Yeah.
Spencer played number 1 for Yale, and I think Nicholas as well. Last year he played number 1, and also this year they managed to win the men's national title with the Penn Boys.
Yeah, back to back that.
Huge shout out to the Penn Boys. And to Gilly, their coach.
He's done a great job of that team. Built a nice, strong team there. So, hopefully the new players coming in next year can make an impact as well. So
that would be nice.
Yeah. Great rally here. A lot going on in the front corners.
Oh, Spizziri's moving Spencer pretty well here.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to force a stroke there. Spizziri couldn't get out in time.
Not happy with the decision, I can tell.
Spence read him like a book. That is for sure. Open.
So Spizziri still with a 3-point lead here in the second game. Let's see if Spencer can push through.
Yeah, the next few points are pretty crucial here. He doesn't want to give Spizziri a 7 or 8-2 lead. He wants to get in touching distance with Spizziri here. Especially going 2-0 down would be a long way to come back. I mean, we saw it yesterday. We saw it yesterday against with a Sal and Farag.
Yeah.
Farag going 2-love up and Sal using his magic, winning in 5. Don't know
his
how.
Physicality, everything.
Yeah, he's an absolute
Used
beast.
it.
But here we are.
Yep.
PSA World Qualifiers, Spizziri Lovejoy. Absolute.
Another point for Spencer there. I think a 2-love lead for Spizziri will give him a lot of confidence for the third game.
I think that would give anyone a lot of confidence.
Yeah, especially against the number 1 seed.
Yeah. It's looking very, very sharp here, Spizziri.
Yeah.
Hunting the volley.
Focus.
Spencer's appealing for that.
I think it was good.
Out of court, yeah, I think so too.
Nice
Great
there.
rally though, good variation of the pace. Nice, I don't think he's going to get it.
Oh, he got a lead.
Unsure on the ball.
We see here Spencer appealing.
Lovejoy
on the out ball there in the front. Don't know what replay this is, but
let's see here.
Oh, here we are.
Oh, we see the
his racket. The racket got caught there. I think just a little simple that bit of interference.
Oh, nice crossbar.
Good get. Oh, he's caught it.
Very nice of Spencer there.
6-2.
Bit of sportsmanship, as we saw in the first game as well, in some of the pickups. I think Spencer is feeling the pressure a little bit here.
Yeah, he just needs to reset, get his mind a bit more locked in.
Yep.
Looks a bit wary. Doesn't look very involved in the game. Just needs to get his head back to square one, get his tactics right. Just go up and down the walls a little bit more.
Yeah, his body language a bit, you know.
Yeah, a bit
shoulders
flat.
down.
Shoulders.
Yeah. Nice.
Nice shot
there. A good kill there on the forehand side.
Hand out. 4-6.
Shirt. Love that. Shout out DFG.
Best sandwiches in town.
Avocado Club is absolute top-notch stuff. That. 4-6.
Another important point from Spencer. Getting away with that huge lead.
Yeah.
From Spizziri.
Bit of a shot out there. That was out.
That was an out.
Yeah, he's complaining a little bit there. I saw it.
I will address movement issues.
Nothing
5-6.
too serious.
The movement looked okay there.
Keep his head here.
Yes, I
Doesn't
agree
wanna
with
involve
it.
with the referee, and this is where I think one of his downsides, he just gets a little bit too caught up in into the
decisions,
the ref, the
Yeah.
opponent. I think he just needs to keep a straight head and keep locked in with his game.
Yeah,
Not worry about anyone else's.
Yeah.
5-6 here.
6-all, I think.
Oh, 6-all.
Yeah, 6-all.
Oh, 6-all. Oh, so
Locked
he's
in at
back.
6. Yeah, he's back. Looking good now. Few good points
Oh.
on the board.
Tight there on the backhand
Really
side.
loves
Ooh.
that front left corner on the volley, that is for sure. I think Spencer's reading that now. I have to change that up a little bit.
Oh, what a shot.
Nice.
Inch perfect, I'd say.
Beautiful hole.
Head out,
He would love
7-6.
that.
The 2 floorboards.
Yeah, two floorboards, that's for sure. Oh, it's
Nice length for
nice
both
length
players
going on
actually.
here. On the backhand side. Good boost there. Punished, absolutely punished by Spizzeri. As he should.
8-6.
Roar
Lead
there.
now.
Please.
For the 2-point lead.
He loves to get the crowd going, Spizzeri, that is for sure. As you know, when we go play them at Penn, Drexel v Penn, it's always a battle. Spizzeri loves to get his crowd going, that is for sure.
It's loud crowd.
Yeah, loud crowd.
Oh, nice
Beautiful,
length from
beautiful
Spencer.
hole. Subtle hole.
Head out,
I
7-8.
think Joe gave the good tips
Yeah.
between the
Talk from Joe Robinson, head coach here at the Spectre Centre.
Shout out to Joe.
Yeah. Doing a great job. Oh, what a shot from Spizzeri.
Roller.
Have to get a replay
Head
on that
out,
one.
9-7.
See that again. A little.
Cheeky.
Ooh. Nice little jump.
Not even a bad lob from
Ooh.
Boosh. Right into the net.
A huge roar again.
Massive roar from Spizzeri.
He's feeling hyped.
He is hyped for this. He is. He's loving it.
Oh. Little contact there. Oh, what a shot. Ooh. Nice lift from Spizzeri there. Dying length.
Length is just immaculate at the moment. Spencer doesn't really know what to do.
10-7, game ball.
He's a bit lost here. He needs to regroup, take a few deep breaths here.
Game ball for a tool of lead from Spizzeri here.
Maybe my prediction is awfully wrong here. I have to change it. I'm gonna stick with Spencer.
Nice. Tool of lead.
Hello,
Tool of
7-8
Spizzeri.
against Spizzeri.
Spizzeri.
Spizzeri leads 2 games to 0.
Looking very solid here.
Good squash from the
Yeah, this is great squash from
the
Spizzeri.
underdog here.
I mean, as we saw in the last match, Alex Jaffe taking out the #1 seed.
Yes.
Layla Sedki, she was obviously favourite to win the whole qualifying event, but we saw a 3-1 upset there. Maybe we can see a massive upset here as well in match 2.
Also, as you were mentioning, the big upset in the first match,
Yeah.
we saw a big difference in the rankings.
Yeah, we saw Layla Sedki.
Play will resume in 60 seconds.
That, you know, these kind of big differences don't make a big impact in some of the matches, I would say.
Yeah.
Because we saw a lot of upsets even on the highest level. Top 30 players beating top 10s and so on and so on.
Yeah. I mean, it's anyone's game at the high level. You know, anyone can beat anyone. Everyone's got.
Play will resume
Like-
in 30 seconds.
At this level, all the players are, you know, solid athletes, have a well-structured game already.
Yeah.
and everyone has their own weapons. Like we saw here, Spizzirri with the huge cross-court nick there, and very good.
Dying length.
Yes, using those angles pretty well.
Yeah. So we're back here, locked in. Too lovely for Spizzirri.
So we're back on court with the players now. Like I mentioned earlier about the rankings, I'm curious what's the difference here.
Yeah, I think Spencer's.
Level.
Yeah, there it is, Spencer Lovejoy. Lovely picture of Spencer.
Nice.
Gee, must be an old fella there.
Young
but-
Spencer there.
Yeah, young Spence.
And a huge roar from Spizzirri, as we used to see already in the match.
Yeah, so we've got Spencer here sitting at 79 in the world. Spizzirri at 166. I think that's a little bit low for Spizzirri.
Yeah,
What do you think, Dima? I think he's playing a bit more like top 100 squash.
I would definitely agree with
Yeah.
that, but I understand that being a student athlete, you know,
Yeah,
the
definitely.
student comes first
Yeah, definitely got
most
to
of the
find.
times.
Yeah, got to find a balance there with the work and being an athlete. We know as well at Drexel, being on the squash team, always got to balance schoolwork first, and then
Yes,
the
last.
squash comes second. That's what
That's
One
true.
more.
that's what John White says, our coach.
Academics play a huge point in, let's say, in our career right now.
Yeah,
But even with that, we saw Nick playing a couple of tournaments recently, also performing for the first time for the U.S. national team
Yes.
at the Worlds.
yeah. In Hong Kong, that was
His first experience.
First big experience for Team USA. Ooh,
Bit
got
of a hip
check
check
Bit of a
there.
hip check from Spence.
Oh.
He's, looks like he's back in it now.
Using a bit
Getting
of
a
that.
bit more feisty, putting a bit more threat on the ball, as you can see there.
Oh,
Stroke.
stroke.
Spizzirri.
There's not enough access to
Spizzirri,
the
he's
ball.
got to lock in here,
2-1.
like he did in the first two games.
A poor drop here. A bit, you know,
I don't
a bit
think.
slow, I would
yeah,
say.
Yeah, a bit slow there.
Oh.
Ooh, he's gone for the neck as well.
Oh, nice land from Spizzirri.
Nice change of
Ooh.
pace.
Good use of the lob there.
See what he can do. Finish it.
Oh.
Oh, lovely shot there by Spizzirri. Looking back at his teammates, he's getting pumped again. Locked in at 2-1, third game.
2-all.
He's going to want to close us out in 3 games, that's for sure. Doesn't want to be extending this match to a 4th game. That will definitely suit Spencer.
Exactly. The physicality will,
You know, play a massive part in this match, definitely for Spizzirri.
inch perfect on that backhand side from Spizzirri.
3-2.
He's looking very, very solid on that backhand side.
Yeah.
Very tight work. He's looking good. Best I've seen him play, actually.
Yeah.
It's going to probably be one of his best wins for his career, I don't think.
Yeah, I think so far, yeah.
He's played a lot of the top players, but I think this will be one of his, be up there with one of his best wins of his career so far.
Yeah.
And a good confidence booster, knowing that
Exactly.
he's up there with the top guys already.
It will help him as well. Don't want to, you
Stroke to
know.
Lovejoy.
He read him like a book there, but didn't get the quality of the shot
And
right.
that's 3-all.
Spencer. Yeah.
I think Spencer's kind of beating himself here a little bit. I think he's got to get his mindset a little bit more involved. I don't think he got his tactics right from the start of the game, the match actually.
Bit, how can I say it? Inconsistent.
Yeah, a
to be
bit
honest.
inconsistent. He plays 2 or 3 good rallies and then switches off for 4 or 5 rallies at a time, which he can't afford at this top game.
Especially with a solid player like Spizzirri.
Yeah, I mean, all credit to Spizzirri here. He's locked in mentally.
Yeah.
He's got his game plan right.
Shots are there as well.
Memorizing his game plan for a few days, few nights, probably, that's for sure. He's been on form here.
Exactly. Doing those match reviews and
5-3.
details, in the notebooks and everything.
Yeah. can see here, Spaziri's going to the towel box.
It's a
Bit of a reset maybe,
a little
Dima.
bit, yeah, I would agree with
Bit
that
of a
one.
mindset reset, there you are.
You think he's starting to feeling it a bit?
Yeah, I think he's feeling a bit physically here, Spaziri. Yeah, as you saw in the first 2 games, nice shot by Spiz. He's on
Where are
fire.
you going, Spencer?
Handouts 4-5.
Yeah, just going back to that, I think Spaziri in the first 2 games, you could see he was hitting the volley, key position was high.
High pace as well?
Yeah, I just think in this 3rd game he's dropped off a little bit, as you can see. I mean, he's still looking for the volley here.
But a bit more slower, I would
A
say.
bit more slow. He is slotting them, that is for sure.
And fist bump
5-all.
there all the
Yeah,
time.
He loves the fist bump. He loves getting the crowd going. Loves getting himself going. He's
Definitely.
looking good here in this 3rd game. We'll tie it up 5-all.
Yeah. Also, our crowd getting bigger and bigger now. Some
Yeah.
of the fellow Penn students, and of course the U.S. Junior National Squad.
Yeah, and the NSA squad.
Future of the U.S. squash here.
Yeah, that is for sure. They're going to be competing at the World Juniors in Egypt
And the
very
Pan
soon.
American Games as well.
And the Pan American, yeah, that squad's there. So all exciting news for the junior squad.
Now
Good
they're going through the squad with
Handouts
Taylor,
6-5.
Kareem Ibrahim, and the all U.S. squash staff.
a few more
Huge shout out
coaches.
for them.
Yeah, doing a great job in the tournament team, looking bright for the USA, that is for sure.
Yeah. Especially with the upcoming Olympic Games in
Yeah.
2028.
Yeah, hopefully we can see a few star names there from America.
Mr. Spaziri.
Push through the.
Mr. Spaziri, wins the decision.
I honestly agree with the decision.
6-all.
Yeah, I mean,
The shot was a
we
bit
got
too
a
high.
replay here.
Yeah.
No, it's a
Yeah,
stroke.
it's a
It's a
stroke.
stroke all day. It's not a great shot by Spence. He
A bit loose.
bit loose, didn't clear. Spaziri's all over him, so that's it's a stroke there.
Another towel break from Spaziri.
I like it though. I like it. Getting him,
Taking his time.
yeah,
Not rushing
resetting his
anything.
mindset. I love that.
Spaziri with a good length there. Dragging Spencer in the back corners.
Yeah, he's been doing that well so far in this match. Dragging him in the back. Spence. Ooh,
Yes, let's.
just a bit
Yes,
of a
let.
simple
Yeah.
yes let there.
6-all.
Good decision from Paul.
The ball's landing in the middle, and I want to play it.
Slightly
Spaziri
late
again.
ball. 6-all.
Picking the wrong line. It's in my line.
Let's see the replay here a little bit. Spaziri seemed
Let's
very
continue, please.
happy with the
6-all.
decision again.
Yeah, I just think Spencer's just trying to clear off a shot, and
Yeah.
Spaziri's going a little bit too early, but he's going into his opponent. Don't think it's anyone's fault really. I just think there's got to be a bit more clear movement from both players. It's getting a bit,
Bit physical.
yeah, a bit physical actually in the last few points.
Yeah.
Always gone for the reverse post. Edge center. Reading.
Oh, good
Oh, that is
length.
absolutely ridiculous
Immaculate.
length, Dima.
Immaculate.
That is just like your length. That is
Oh.
that is.
7-6.
I wish, to be honest, Charlie, here.
Yeah, you wish. 7-6 lead here.
Spaziri feeling comfortable here with
Yeah.
a 1-point lead in the 3rd game.
Whoever's
Looking
been coaching him, it's been working. That's for sure. I think you mentioned Omar Saeed, Shobi,
Yeah.
fellow teammate. He's
Doing a great job
doing a
of.
great job of the coaching side of things.
Yes.
Good lift from Spencer.
Both being very good friends.
Nice shot by
Oi!
Spence. First roar of the day from Spencer.
Immaculate again. Good display of squash now from both
Yeah,
players.
it's getting qualities increasing. But
Handouts 7-all.
Pretty long match so far, I would say. Long
Yeah.
rallies, pretty physical from
yeah,
both players.
this third game's looking a little bit longer. The first game was
Oh! Bit of a dive there from Spencer.
Tried it, didn't succeed, but I love the effort.
Good effort.
Yeah, so this third game's been a bit longer than the first two. The first game was only 10 minutes. Second game was about 13, and we're already up to about 13 here, and it's only locked in 8-7. So definitely
good display of squash here.
Yeah, rally's going on for a bit longer.
Thank you.
And that's going to favour Spencer a little bit more.
8-7.
We shall see now. It's 8-7.
Yeah.
And as
He's
we
got
saw in the previous games, you know, he likes a good comeback in the late stages of the game.
Yeah, he does, that's for sure. He needs to make this a bit more physical, I think. He's not really pushed Zeri to his limits at the moment. Oh, he's played it! He could have got a stroke there. I love it though.
Oh no!
I love the fair play, trying to play every shot.
Yeah.
9-7.
It's great from Spence, but I mean, 9-7 down now. He could have got a pretty simple stroke there, I think.
I
Dima.
agree. If I was Spencer, I would have used this.
Oh my gosh, that is stroke written all over. I mean, at least he's not going for the fishing rod. Like,
We saw a bit of these situations earlier today, but... Oh, 10-7.
oh my gosh, he's got the
Match
cross
ball.
court fade for the winner.
10-7. Match ball.
You think, Charlie, huge cross-court nick for the win?
Ooh, I think he's going to go for a nick here.
Oh, Nick Spizzeri for the nick.
The nick, Spizzeri for the nick finish. Here we go, let's see.
Let's see the last rally here. Oh,
He's getting a bit...
tight.
Oh, and he's done it. 3-love.
Massive win.
Massive victory for Spizzeri. Taking it.
Huge upset as well.
Taking it 11-7, 11-7, 11-7. Wow. All the same scoreboard there. He's going to be very happy with himself. Spencer will not be happy.
Congrats to Spizzeri here.
Yeah,
Shout out to Spencer as well. Good fight.
good fight, but on the day, Spizzeri is the winner.
Yep.
So 2 upsets so far. Hopefully we see a few more. Next match coming up is Charlotte Pastel and Ria Navani. So hopefully that's going to be a thriller.
Yep.
And then we got Salim and Dylan Huang. So
Yeah.
good few matches coming up. I think Big Joe Robinson's going to be coming back on the commentary for those two.
Yeah. I
which
think
would be great.
Linda Elriani is joining him as well for the next match. For the last match, sorry. So that should be... those 2 matches would be very
Be
interesting to
exciting.
watch.
We got Charlotte Pastel, who's rising junior coming up, who's
Yep.
winning a few JCTs here and there, so she's on form. And we got Ria Navani, who's currently at Stanford, who's playing, I think, #1 there. So
Yeah.
she's
Reached
looking
the final of
yeah.
the individual.
Oh yeah, that's a big
college
achievement for her.
championships.
So
Yeah.
so she's definitely going to be hungry for this qualifying
Definitely.
event. Definitely going to want to put her name on the world tour.
Exactly.
That is for sure.
Also mentioning Charlotte Pastel, still in high school,
Yeah,
playing such a tournament. It's a huge opportunity. And also, I think she's going to UVA.
yeah. So
In
that would be
September,
a good new journey for her. Some
Yeah.
college squash before she hopefully goes professional.
Yeah.
And then we've got last match of the day, Salim Khan and Dylan Huang to finish off the session for the first day of the qualifying event.
Yep.
I'm sure that will be a great match. I think Dylan's the favourite for that one.
I would agree with you there, yeah.
Maybe we can get a bit of a prediction going here, Dima, for these 2 matches before we head off.
I would say Dylan in 4.
Dylan in
honestly.
4, yeah. I think I agree there, and I think Ria's going to take that match 3-love against Pastel. I think she's got
She's very solid.
yeah, very solid. Got a bit more confidence and a bit more experience playing it on the PSA level.
And also-
Charlotte Pastel's only played a few PSA tournaments, so I think Ria's going to come through that 3-love. But yeah, very exciting. 2 matches coming up.
Good display of squash today.
Yeah,
Good 2 matches to start with.
great first 2 matches here.
Yeah. Congrats to both winners. Or
Yeah.
actually, all 4 players.
All
for
4
a
players,
huge
yeah.
display of good squash.
Yeah.
Good fight, you know. As we can see there, a good length again from Spizzirri. That helped him win the match
give
today.
him credit here, Dima. He played out of his skin in this match.
Oof, that cross-court
Slotting
nick.
some nicks. Great length, as you can see right
Wow,
there. He's
inch perfect.
really got his length there. Must have been practicing on this court
Yeah.
for the past few days. Looks very comfortable. So great win by Spizzirri, and
Yeah.
all the best for him in the final.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for being here with us at this match today,
Yeah.
second match of the day. Thank you, Charlie, for joining me in the commentary station.
Yeah, thank you, Dima. It's been a pleasure. Hopefully we can get on the commentary sometime soon
Definitely.
for the upcoming event. But yeah, it's been great commentating on these first 2 matches. A lot of action going on, great squash, and hopefully this carries on for the next 2 matches. So
Yeah.
thank you, Dima.
Thank you, Charlie.
It's been great, and hopefully see you soon again. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
halftime.
Welcome back everybody to this World Championship qualifiers. We've just seen a big upset there, Nick Spizzeri taking out the #1 seed, Spencer Lovejoy in 3 games. Me and Linda were courtside watching. Linda, what were your thoughts on that one?
Well, I think Nick played amazing though. He really did. I mean, it's funny, interesting because we're doing the Worlds and Pan Am's junior squad at the moment, and one of the themes of yesterday and today has been hitting fading length into the back and suddenly having threat on the ball, so you're showing one shot and maybe playing another shot, and that's basically, it was a masterclass in that as far as I'm concerned for Nick. And so Spencer was playing kind of a little reactively, and he wasn't really managing to do that back to Nick for the most part. No, it was great squash from Spiz, as everybody calls him.
Yeah, all credit to Nick. He played a fantastic match and got his game plan right down to a T. And Spencer, unfortunately, on the day couldn't quite push him. But that's 2 upsets now today.
I know.
Alex Jaffe, the #4 seed in the women's, took out Layla earlier on, and then Spiz, the #4 seed in the men's, takes out the #1 as well. So
yeah, let's see what happens here. Maybe Charlotte can do the same.
Yeah, we've got Charlotte, the #3 seed, a bit of a last-minute entry out of the Madison Ho withdrew earlier in the week, and we've got Ria Navani, as you see their world rankings there. See their world rankings up on the screen there. Ria at 131. She's already started to make a few moves on the PSA tour, and obviously in college squash. We saw her at the college nationals actually take out Malek Kafagi.
Yeah, she played very well.
Yeah, so she's got the standard. I'm sure Charlotte will be well aware of that. What are your thoughts on this one, Linda?
Yeah, well, Ria has played, as you said, has played some PSA events, and she's been given a couple of wild cards here and there, but then she's capitalised on them, and she's really, I think she beat somebody who's 40 in the world, something like 40-something in the world, and someone else that was pretty highly ranked. So she obviously has it in her to take out some highly ranked PSA players, and I think there's something really great about knowing that you can do that. It gives you a kind of inner confidence that no one can take away once you've had a couple of results like that. And of course, it's hard to keep playing your best all year round. And I think the thing with this tournament is it's sort of after the college season, it's after the junior season. It's easy to not be maybe playing at your absolute best. You're sort of ready to go into some summer training. But I mean, I think all the juniors have been having a bit of a break after nationals in March. But look, Alex just came out and played amazing and took out Layla. So who knows,
We saw maybe towards the back end of the season, Charlotte was struggling a little bit for form, and she lost out, I believe, in maybe the semis.
She got to the final, but she lost to Sam in the final, 3-1. And she was #1 seed. So, but I think that's what's great about the teams, honestly. I think the girls and boys Worlds team this year, there's not really a lot of drop-off throughout the 4 players that will be in the team. It's very even and kind of almost on the day to a certain extent, and especially in the girls team. So I think that's great, because at the end of the day, you just need 2 players to win to get through in a team match. And also, Charlotte has 0 pressure in this match. She can go out, enjoy it. And in the juniors, when you're seeded 1, there's a lot of pressure that goes along with that. And people underestimate that pressure. It's not easy to take someone out when you're lower ranked, but you can certainly do it with 0 care, really. And you're a hero if you win, and if you lose, it's like, oh, well, you weren't expected to win.
And we saw that earlier with Alex.
Yeah.
No pressure against
0 pressure.
Layla, who was obviously seeded to win the event.
Yeah, exactly. And she's probably thinking, oh, wow, I'm playing this young, up-and-coming junior, pressure's on me. And even if you don't want it to be like, have that mental attitude, it's there. It's just how you handle it. you know, Charlotte can just go out there and give it her all. And I mean, Rhea's used to playing in some pressure situations, but it doesn't mean that she's not feeling it.
Yeah, and Charlotte got off to a good start there, took a 3-point lead. Rhea just pegs one back. We know Charlotte likes to play at a high pace and likes to really, you know, push the pressure on her opponent. Rhea maybe a little bit more steady.
Yeah,
Plays at a little bit of a slower pace, but has got brilliant control of the ball, and she knows where she wants to put her opponent the majority of the time. We saw that, you know, earlier on in the season when she played in the college nationals.
Yeah, she makes good tactical choices.
Yeah.
And like those last 2 rallies, Charlotte hit a short shot that wasn't short enough, and then that shot, you can't do that with Rhea. She's going to kiss it goodbye, basically. It's going to be put away. So if Charlotte can contain Rhea in the corners, get that tee back, you know, she can't do that.
And the thing I noticed when she was playing, last time I watched Charlotte, she needed to use a little bit more of the front wall and try and get that ball out the way of her opponent when she's under that pressure.
Yeah.
And hopefully she's had a little bit of time off. She's been working on a few things. I'm sure we'll be able to tell. But you can see already Rhea using all of that 21-foot front wall.
Yeah.
To her advantage.
So important. That's what it's there for. Otherwise, we'd just have a front wall that was up to the service line or just above.
That's where I thought last time watching Charlotte, she could maybe use a little bit more.
That was nice.
But nice little hold there.
Yeah.
Cross.
4 all.
Yeah. As I said, with the squad we've been doing yesterday and today, it was doing lower lengths, dying in the back, lengths more around the service line, and then higher lengths into the back. And just to get you to really think about the different sorts of lengths you can hit. And like you said, if Charlotte can do that here, it would make a difference.
Yeah, and it's, you know, we see a lot of players hit the ball really hard, and you know, the ball might be flying out the back, especially when it gets hot. And you can still achieve that dying length regardless of where you hit the ball on the front wall.
Yes.
It just depends how you control the ball, the pace of the ball.
Start to
how
pass
you
down.
get the stroke there.
Yeah.
Handout,
But
5 all.
if you can mix it up a little bit and disrupt the rhythm of Rhea, hopefully she can make a few inroads in this match.
Correct. Handout, 6-5.
No let going in there from Ponytail Paul.
Yeah, I'd be interesting to talk to Rhea and see how she's felt her first year in college has been from a squash perspective. You know, it's obviously different. You're suddenly playing in a team environment, which is really fun. She still played a few PSA, so it would be interesting to have a chat with her and see how she's felt, how she feels her squash has sort of progressed or changed.
Obviously, Charlotte now out of the juniors or coming out of the juniors, going into college.
Yeah.
At the start of next season, going to UVA. So I'm sure these two will have plenty of encounters.
Yes.
In the next few years.
Yeah, I think
First of many.
be interesting to know. I'm not sure where Charlotte would be on that UVA team, but I'm sure she'd be pretty high up.
It's a lovely shot.
Yeah, died in the back.
Handout, 6-8.
Nikki T will be pleased with that one if he's watching.
Definitely would be. That's exactly what we've been working on in this squad. That's perfect.
Running away from Rhea all the time, that ball. No chance of her getting back and behind that ball. Lovely,
yeah.
lovely control again from Rhea.
Yeah.
Again, that ball just not quite high enough
Yeah.
to really reset the rally and give her some time.
Having a really good lob is such a good tool. Because you're really only as good as you can defend, really. Because if someone puts you under pressure, you can't defend well, you're done.
7-9.
These two certainly are contrastive styles. Obviously, Charlotte likes to play fast pace, very quick, very fleet-footed around the court. Rhea, a little bit more controlled. Wants to use
nice.
that front wall like that.
Oh,
It's unlucky. It was the right shot to play,
Yeah.
just badly executed into the middle of the tin.
8-9.
excellent. I feel like both players are sometimes not volleying it when the chance is there. If they could just take a few more of those balls on the volley, they'd just keep the tee a little bit more.
Yeah, we had Whitey up here earlier and he was flapping his arms around when there was volleys being left,
Handout,
especially from Alex. There was a few that maybe went past that he would have wanted to have seen taken on the volley.
Yeah.
But Rhea gives herself 2 game balls. take this first game. Been fairly quick first game. Lovely length from Rhea,
Oh, yeah.
perfect. Second mount's dead. Again, Nicky T will have a big grin on his face if he's watching. That'll be clipped and that'll be on his next PowerPoint presentation. Lovely line of swing and weight of shot through the ball there. Getting it to die in the back, always running away from Charlotte, gives her no chance. One love to Rhea.
Yeah.
You can see as well the girls there just watching their peers.
Yeah, teammates.
Nice to see. Saw that as well earlier with Spears. Maybe
Oh, yeah.
had a little bit more support from the Penn contingent.
Yeah.
There's probably about 15 of them.
Oh, no, he had a great corner there cheering him on. That's the benefit of having this around the corner from where your college is. I'm sure he's going to have, well, I think Dylan went to Penn too now, so I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but I'm sure they'll just be here just to watch the match if Dylan beats Salim. I'm not saying that's happening yet, but if they were both to get through.
A few highlights from the first game.
In 60 seconds.
Majority of them, Rhea, really controlling the middle and lovely weight of shot into the front and the back.
Yeah, Charlotte's going to have to come back on and really find her targets in the back, take a few more shots on the volley, not give Rhea anything around the middle. But I think that was a decent first game, though.
Yeah, very good. Very, very good.
Play
Charlotte
will resume in 30 seconds.
came out flying and Rhea just settled down a little bit. Charlotte maybe a little bit more used to this court at the minute. More recently playing on the glass here.
Yeah.
Rhea, but eventually finding a length and getting rewarded for it towards the back
Navani
end of that
leads
game.
1 game to love all.
Back at Lovall in the second. See what Charlotte can do.
Down. 1 love.
See if you can unsettle that steady rhythm of Rhea.
Yes.
And really get her
Getting a bit
moving
flustered.
into those front corners. Shot.
Yeah.
2 love.
Oh, she got it.
Nice little bit of improvisation
Yeah.
there. Just sort of putting back at her through the middle.
Yeah, those shots are easy to make errors on, aren't they? And she did right to play it.
A little bit of an inside out improvisation there.
Yeah, it's interesting because sometimes when someone's sort of semi in the way, it's easy to ask for a let, but then it's actually an opening, and really you want to play those if you can.
Yeah, if you can move them away a little
Yeah.
bit. On the run here, this is where I'd like to see her use that front wall.
Exactly. Oh, she would have got her though.
Yeah, that
She's
pressure
going for the
was built
forehand.
in.
That's 3-1.
But yeah, in that scenario there, when she's been on the run, 4 or 5 shots in a row, she's got to throw that ball up. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just get it up in the air and give her a couple of seconds to regroup.
And even on that last shot, she didn't even need to hit that as low.
No.
She just needed to get it above the tin, and Rhea was going
Over.
over to the
4-1.
forehand. She would have won the point.
Rhea now looking very comfortable, just in the early stages. The second, looking at ease, glass now.
Yeah, she didn't leave the tee once in that rally.
5-1.
Like you say, I think if Charlotte could really lift it high over her head, sometimes when you get stuck in the back corner and you hit a really nice high, wide cross-court lob, the person has to leave the tee, and then you can move up and see if you can stay there. What's about that?
Find a way to get Rhea off the tee, whether it be
Hand up.
say using that height or maybe using a little bit more of that 6th corner shot just to get her moving a little bit.
Yeah.
But Rhea's the one at the minute who's looking the more comfortable, finding the length in the corners. See, she's playing some good patterns. That's the shot there that even though it's not gone past Charlotte, it gave Rhea a couple of extra steps to get back onto the tee and force a bit of a weaker volley up high.
Yeah.
seems to be the difference.
Got to try and volley those though if you can.
Oh,
that was a great boast though. Yeah, got yourself out of trouble there nicely.
3-6.
Oh,
a
that's
lovely
nice.
shot.
Yeah.
Just fading into that side ball as Charlotte goes to meet it.
7-3.
Yeah, a
Rolling
good
it
two-wall
round.
boast. You can't
Lovely.
beat it. Played at the right time.
Lovely shot.
Yeah,
Oh,
another
and
one.
again, 2 in a row, 1 off the floor, 1 on the volley.
8-3.
Making Charlotte do some serious work into that front right. Rhea taking a 5-point lead, looking in control. Another boast goes in. She's having great success with that boast. Just moving Charlotte all around the court.
Yeah.
Puppet on a string.
Oh, very nice. No, she's playing very well, Rhea.
9-3.
Just lovely patterns of play, really.
Yeah, using the whole court.
Yeah, she's not, you know, in that rally she didn't really go for a winner there.
Ooh,
Oh,
but she
that's
did
lovely.
there.
She did there.
10-3.
But in that last rally, she never sort of went for a winner that's going to outright winner the rally, but was just moving Charlotte into the space until eventually
Yeah.
it was just a bit too
11-3
much. She takes that in the
Navani.
second game really comfortably in the
Navani
end.
leads
Yeah, very
2 games to
tactically
love.
well played there from Rhea.
Yeah, perfect game plan, getting Charlotte to move,
Yeah,
get her on the stretch, and then just hit the space. Nice and simple squash.
no errors.
No errors for a 2-love lead.
No, that was very impressive from her.
That was brilliant. Some of the best squash we've seen today.
Yeah, I agree.
Play will resume in 60 seconds. Play will resume in 30 seconds. Seconds. Time. Navani leads 2 games to love. Love all.
Right, we're back. Third game. See if Charlotte can get back to a little of the things she was doing in the first and put a bit more pressure on Rhea, because that second game was very comfortable for Rhea.
Yeah.
And again, lovely shot.
1 love.
Yeah, Charlotte has got to find a way to get those back corners. She definitely isn't hitting it deep enough at the moment.
See
That's
Rhea.
better.
Rhea is finding her corners a little bit better. And that's the shot from Charlotte
Oh,
for me.
nice.
Brilliant shot.
That was great to straighten that up from the front. That was a great effort.
And out.
Exposing that
1
movement
all.
there into that front left of Rhea with that boast. Got her moving, force the weak one, and then just hit it straight, nice and simple.
She did such a nice job of straightening it
Yeah.
up though, didn't she? Because that would have been easier to cross court, but then Rhea might have got a racket on it.
And Rhea,
And
again,
out.
another 2-waller.
2-1.
Yeah, she's
She's
good at one
loving
of her
that
best
shot.
shots, I think.
She's absolutely loving the 2-wall boast this afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully Charlotte, I'm not sure if anyone was coaching Charlotte in between games, but hopefully they were telling her to watch out for Ria's boast.
Yes, right.
You've almost got to take it. If I was playing Ria, I would take a extra step forward. You can always go back, but
Right box.
if you're hanging back with those boasts, you're either going to not get it or you're going to get onto it so late you can't do anything with the ball. I would be stepping way further up.
I do think Charlotte can trouble Ria when she gets her moving into those front
Yes,
corners.
sir.
She looks
Yeah.
a little bit a
2-1.
little bit slower than Charlotte into those front corners. We
Yeah.
saw in that couple of rallies ago that Charlotte put her under a lot of pressure with that boast.
Count.
Just
Yeah,
trying to
don't
go
want to give
too
any
fine.
3-1.
points.
Yeah, we don't want to let Ria run away with this
No.
too quickly. Need to put up a bit of a fight here.
But Ria has had a lot more experience.
Yeah.
4-1.
You know, obviously she's got a year of college squash under her belt. She's played some PSAs. She's, you know, been through the whole of her junior squash career. I know Charlotte's about to finish hers, but you know, she's played some worlds. There's a lot. She's done a lot comparing to
5-1.
Charlotte, who's done a lot, but not as much as Riva yet, and the experience can really come through.
Yeah, she's just got that extra year of, like you say, all the different kinds of pressure situations
Yeah.
that you're going to find playing squash. A couple of the wild cards in the PSAs that she's got.
Out.
Yeah.
Just hits one out of court. But
6-1. Correction.
yeah, she's
Hand
just
out.
had the extra year
2-5.
to really find her feet with her squash.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm sure we'll see plenty of Charlotte
Oh, definitely.
in
Great
these
player.
sort of events.
Even just this summer when they go to Worlds, that's another. I really think like you have an experience bank, and every time you play a big tournament or an event, it goes in the experience bank, and no one can
Yeah.
take that experience away from you once you've got it.
Yeah.
And you just build as a player every time you come back from those sort of events. You know, just playing, because you know, all these players are players in America are so strong now, but they're all playing each other a lot. They don't get exposure to players outside the country as much. So they, you know, they know each other's styles. Once they start playing players from different countries, Egypt or Malaysia, or they have a little bit of a different style, England as well, they have to adjust their games. They're not used to that sometimes.
It's good to go around the world and play all these different people.
Better length now from Charlotte. So much better. She actually spent that rally in front of her. Great squash.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Good length to the back of the
5-all.
court. Puts her 5-all locked in the third.
Yeah. Hopefully she can do a little bit more of that. That was awesome.
She's going to push on and see if we can cause a fourth game in this semi-final. I'm sure Ria will be wanting to put a stop to it ASAP. And
Yeah,
just
you
that-
can't do that.
just that use of the front wall again
Hand
from Ria,
out.
just proving
6-5.
a little bit too much for Charlotte.
Yeah, she's got onto that a little late. At least she tried to volley it though.
Yeah.
At least she
Doing
didn't
the
leave
right
it.
And that's where the ball's really got to go up in the air
yeah.
for me there. It's got to go high.
Yeah.
7-5.
Get it out the way. Doesn't have to be perfect, get it up in the air.
Yeah, because even if, you know, every now and again if someone hits her, oh nice, bit of a taste of her own medicine.
That's the movement though that Ria's not liking. We've seen
Yeah.
it a couple of times. She's looked a bit uncomfortable in that front left, and Charlotte needs to try and expose that a little bit more. Yeah, there's not really, there is obviously such thing as a perfect ball, but under pressure, just needs to buy you an extra second.
Yeah. And just make someone, no one plays their best squash when they're taking a ball super high in the air.
Yeah, it's
You might
hard
get
to
someone
attack.
who goes from the odd nick and gets it,
Hand
but you're not
out.
going to do that
8-6.
every time. Yeah, a few too many boasts in that rally.
9-6.
Okay, big push now from Charlotte. That's what she needs to do. Extra little push.
She's 3 points away today. She's not going to want the campaign to end too early. If she can force a fourth
Yeah,
game.
that
But
was
too good from Ria into that front left. It gives her 4 match
10-6,
balls
match
for
ball.
a place in tomorrow's final.
Yeah, you definitely can't afford to go short too early with Rhea, that's for sure.
Ball goes
stroke,
up.
I
I think
think.
that's going to be a stroke,
Round
and that's the
6,
match.
match to the bye.
Fairly
3
straightforward
to
win for
round
Rhea.
8,
Good effort from
3
Charlotte.
Yeah,
Obviously
great effort.
fought till the end, but Rhea just a little bit too good
Yeah, too
today.
consistent.
Yeah,
But Charlotte, the third was better, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it's easy to be 2-love down, playing against someone you're not expected to win against, and then the third can be a washout.
Yeah.
But she came back on and she sort of readjusted her game and definitely did more damage in the third than she did in the second. So that's good. So she finished on definitely a higher note.
yeah, it was a good fight from Charlotte in the end, but Rhea, again, just looking that little bit more comfortable in the end and taking it in a fairly straightforward 3 games. But the last match of today coming up shortly. In about 10 minutes is going to be Celine Khan against Dylan Huang. That for me is a pick of the day of the matches. I think it's going to be the closest one we're going to see.
Yeah.
So we'll be back soon for that one.
And we'll see tomorrow who will win out of Rhea and Alex. That'll be a great match, I think.
The draw's been blown wide open from
Yeah.
Alex's win this morning, so yeah, I'm sure Rhea will be looking at that, not too.
And I
That'll
think
be
Alex has been
tasty.
watching this match, so she might have a few
Yeah.
tidbits that she can remember and take through to her match tomorrow.
You can see her there on the front row.
Yeah, making notes, I'm sure.
But yeah, me and Linda will be on the final match of today's play. So thanks for watching. Join back in 10 minutes. And we'll have the final match of the day for you.
Halftime. Time. Play will start in 30 seconds.
Okay, welcome back everybody. Final match of the day. We've got Salim Khan facing off against Dylan Huang. I'm joined again by Linda. Hello,
Hi,
Linda.
Joe.
Will start in
Nice to have you
15
in
seconds.
the box. We see the last match of today's play, and the men's side, Dylan and Salim taking each other on. Very good friends off the court and on the court. Train a lot together, both based here at the Spectre, so they know each other's games inside and out, so it's going to be an interesting one to see who's going to come through this. Linda, what are your
2025 US Squash
Well,
World
I haven't seen both of them play a ton.
Men's
I saw
semifinal
Dylan
match.
play quite a lot when he was younger, because he sort of played in Andrew Douglas's sort of era. So I saw him then play as a junior, but I haven't seen him play a hell of a lot since he's graduated college and has played more pro squash. But I'm going to go for Dylan 3-1. What about you?
I'm going the other way, just because I've been made aware of some practice match statistics. So I'm going to go for Salim
Score?
in 4.
Okay.
I think it'll be 4, but I think Salim's going to take this one. He's making his way up the rankings slowly but surely. He's playing a lot of squash these days, so he had a couple of years out of the game and then decided he wanted to give it a shot.
That's great. I love to hear that.
When he graduated from George Washington, he decided he was going to have a couple of years. He wasn't really interested in pursuing it, but now he's back on tour, he's giving it a go, and he's inside that top 150 as well as Dylan. And
Yeah, they're quite close in the rankings. I
Yeah.
think
And
Salim's
that's
130 at the
1-0.
moment and Dylan's 113
Yeah.
at the moment. So they're pretty close.
yeah, it's definitely going to be a close one. They're both making a few moves on the tour now. Dylan again was in St. Louis last week in the Pan American qualifiers, trying to find a way into the World Champs that way, but unfortunately didn't make it there. So he's gone for the alternative route this extra qualifying spot for the American players is World Champs this year are in Chicago, so the US get one extra wildcard spot.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? They get that.
Yeah, it's certainly good. It's the same in all the countries that are hosting the World Championships, but if either of these two, or Spiz for that matter, make it to the World Championships, it'll definitely be the biggest event of their career.
Yes, yes. And by all accounts, they do a magnificent job in Chicago of it, so it'll be a great tournament to play in for many reasons.
Salim off to a decent start here.
Handouts, 1, 2.
Very, these two slightly contrasting styles. Dylan a little bit more flamboyant, a little bit more, likes to go for his shots. Yeah. Salim a little bit steadier, tries to keep a rhythm about his play and push the pace a little bit. Dylan sometimes maybe a little bit erratic, but has certainly got very, very good hands and he can score 6-7 points out of nowhere.
1, 2.
Yeah.
Just depends what sort of form he's in. It's either 6 or 7 in the nick or 6 or 7 in the tin. No in between.
Yeah, they both interestingly grew up on the West Coast too, didn't they? So Salim comes from the Seattle area and Dylan from the San Francisco area. And here they both are living on the East Coast.
Yeah, they've found their way over this side. So Salim going to George Washington and Dylan going to Penn, so both fairly close to this area. So Dylan
around the corner.
Down the road at Penn.
Yeah.
We saw his former teammate Nick Spizzeri take out the #1 seed Spencer Lovejoy earlier on this afternoon. He'll be open to follow in his footsteps. He's the #2 seed for this event, so he'll be hoping to follow that seed in there, or Salim trying to cause an upset. Testing rally to start with early on.
Yeah,
Salim on the ropes.
Dylan, isn't he? Sucking it up well though, Salim.
Yeah, Dylan's nose is nearly touching the front wall. He's that high up on the tee, trying to volley absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Good rally there, Salim,
Yeah.
just clipping the top of the tin. That's going to, even early on in the opening stages, that's still going to hurt the legs and the lungs.
Yeah, it's good when you've been in control of one of those rallies and it's been a long one. It's good to come out on top of it.
Yeah, mentally, it's a lovely feeling.
Yeah.
Having somebody do that much work.
Yeah, sometimes that happens in matches. It can go to sort of through to 5-all and it's super tough rallies and it's super tight and contested, and then suddenly a player just walks away just because one of the players sort of thinks, oof, I'm not sure I want to keep up this.
Yeah, one rally can change the context of a game or even a match. We've seen it many times. I do think this match today, out of the 4, was my pick of the day as the closest one. I think these two are going to be going at it, and they're going to be pretty close all the way through. Both finding pretty good length. Lovely boast from Dylan.
That's nice.
Just floating it round the front wall.
Handouts, 3-all.
Salim not able to go and pick that one up.
Yeah, Salim's got a rich history. His family have a rich history in squash, don't they? So it's nice to see him continuing it on. His aunties, which are Natasha and Shabana, were playing back when I was playing, so I know them both well, and they were some of the best USA players back then. So it's nice to see that the history is continuing.
I would just like to point out, I'm about to praise him here after he's just rolled one straight in the floor. But I was told when I first moved to Philadelphia that Salim had one of the best backhand drops in the game, and I believe when he's got a bit of time, his backhand drop is unbelievable from the front. So hopefully he can live up to my praise now. I'm sure he probably won't.
Let's see if Dylan gives him something so we can see it.
Yeah, his backhand drop is pretty impressive. Definitely a strength area. Sure, he'll be looking to use it. There it is.
I'm sure though, having Dylan, if they play regularly in practice matches, I'm sure Dylan knows that, so he won't be trying not to give him anything loose on the backhand short to use it. He's definitely got the tee a little more than Salim at the moment, hasn't he?
Jockeying for that position. Dylan finding his length a little bit better at the moment.
I'm sure Nick is looking at this and hoping that it's long and arduous, so that tomorrow they've got some tired legs on them.
Yeah, Spiz coming through in 3 games, all 11-7. Looks like it's been defaulted on Club Locker, but it wasn't.
That does look like that. That's true.
But yeah, coming through, played really well against Spencer, and you know it was. I don't think it was maybe any longer than 40 minutes. So
yeah, he shouldn't be too tired, Nick.
I'm sure he'll be hoping, like you say, this will be going on for close to the hour mark.
I feel like there's a lot of tournaments at the moment going on in various different parts of the country and world, and so I think a lot of people aren't feeling super fresh right now anyway.
Yeah.
But if you can get a match that's over in 3, you're always feeling happy about that, especially when you definitely have a match the next day.
Yeah, all the players are, you know, coming towards the end of their seasons, and I know, all of these guys, bar Spiz in the men's draw, were all in St. Louis these last couple of weeks for the Pan Am qualifier and the PSA as well. So they've all got a lot of squash under their belts,
which is great.
Yeah,
it's
really
great,
good,
but you can sometimes get, mentally tired, and I think there's not a seasoned pro out there who hasn't gone through that at times, where you've played a lot of squash, but you mentally just need to have a break. And I'm sure that even though they're excited about the upcoming Worlds, and I think there's another tournament, the British as well is coming up, it's 2 of the biggest tournaments of the season. I'm sure they're looking forward to having that summer break and just putting some fitness work in, setting themselves up for the tournaments in next season.
Yeah, maybe we saw a little bit of that mental fatigue earlier on with Layla and Spencer. Obviously both the #1 seed, added pressure there, but both coming off the back of a few tournaments. Spiz and Alex have maybe had a couple of weeks off, or a bit lighter training, no hard match play, and Spiz was looking pretty fresh, pretty good.
Yeah.
Same with Alex. Layla was looking a little bit subdued, if you like.
Yeah.
Same with Spencer, and maybe that couple of weeks after the season, just help those 2.
Yeah, it's amazing
Reset
what a week
bit.
can do,
Yeah.
or a couple of weeks can do.
Stroke to come.
See Salim getting a stroke there to go 6-5 ahead. Pretty nip and tuck first game.
Yeah,
1 or 2 points in it.
Yeah, backwards and forwards here.
Rallies are fairly long. I think he's going to favour Salim, the longer rallies.
He's being pretty patient though, Dylan, at the moment, isn't he? He's not being erratic, as you'd say.
No, not yet.
No, we'll see, but
That's a lovely length.
Perfect dying length.
Just fading into the sidewall as Salim goes to get that ball. The perfect way to shot on that backhand side. As we see it from this front angle on the volley on the stretch. Perfect.
Not easy to do.
No, beautiful shot. Puts them back at 6-all. I do think this is going to be the theme of the match. Fairly long, steady rallies, and who blinks first.
I feel like they could be getting onto some of the balls around the middle a little more than they are. It's good to be patient and get the ball in the back, but there's some shots around the middle that they could capitalise on more. That was
shot.
Lovely.
On the half volley.
Yeah, it was, wasn't
Again,
it?
Nick T will be licking his lips at that one. He absolutely loves the half volley around the middle of the court, just rolling that into the front, giving Dylan no chance, rolling it in nice and tight, floor first.
That's what we were saying that when Charlotte didn't do it quite as gracefully as that, but when Charlotte managed to control it into the front and in her match, those are shots you could easily leave and try and ask for a let, but really you should just play them. Yeah. And you can win the point. And that's what that's how the refereeing is nowadays, isn't it? That they really don't want people to leave a shot. They want to play every shot you can. It's easy to get a no-let nowadays.
They want a flowing game. Yeah. Is what we all want to see as a spectator. See Salim just pulling away slightly, a bit of a tired error from Dylan,
lovely.
and that's another lovely shot into that front right corner on the kill this time rather than the soft hands. First time either of them have had a 3-point cushion.
Yeah.
Salim doing really well, choosing his attacks at the right time and playing it very confidently. Another chance there, just sends it back.
Yeah, Dylan could be taking the ball earlier before the back wall, I feel.
We did see it, you know, at the start of this
Yeah.
game. He took a 5-3 lead and he was really
on that-
high up on
yeah.
the tee.
Step back.
Just getting
That was
away with one
unfortunate.
there. Right shot to play there. We shouldn't be disheartened by that. It was there.
Yeah.
Just that margin slightly too small. And just going back to the steady rallies down this backhand side. Brilliant shot.
Nice, yeah.
Takes it in. There's that backhand drop I was talking about.
That was beautiful.
Beautifully played. We get a replay of that one. Absolutely fantastic. Always
Great
hard
drive,
to play.
loose one, and in.
Hard to play on the
Oh.
volley from that low down
Yeah,
as well. On the drop,
definitely.
he's done brilliantly to control that ball into the front, just rolling it into the sidewall.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Gives himself 3 game balls, deservedly so. Under a bit of pressure here. And I'd like to see, like you say, Dylan volley that ball there.
Yeah. He's giving too much. Giving Salim time to recover too much.
He's trying to get him on that sort of subtle hold from the back, and it's just not really
Ooh.
getting him. But that's a lovely kill off
Yeah.
the back foot.
Handouts, 8-10 game ball.
Puts himself within 2. It might start to get a little bit edgy now.
Salim's got to keep that pressure on Dylan.
Hanging on in this rally, struggling to find his length again, get that ball up. There we go. Oh, his favourite backhand drop, just clipping the top of the tin.
9-10 game ball.
Again, it was the right shot to play.
Yeah.
Just one more game ball now for Salim. Or is Dylan going to take it into a tie-break in this first game?
Yeah, he's getting forward a bit more again,
Yeah.
Dylan.
Seems to be going in waves
Yeah.
of pressure. Both players very
Yeah, I think-
patient.
yeah, exactly. Nobody wants to be going for that short shot too early.
Ooh, thought he was going to stop.
Me too.
Very patient play from both of these
Yeah.
guys here.
God, this is a long one. I don't know how many shots this is, but it's a lot. Shot rally or something, I would say, so far.
Trying to squeeze an error out of each other. It's more about who's going to blink first in this rally by the looks of it. Neither of them are going to want to give this up.
They're going to be tired at the end of this one.
Again, I should be volleying that ball for me there.
Who do you think is going to go short first? This
I
is
think
nobody.
I think Salim's going to have to at some point.
Wow. Length game. Not even a boat. I was about to say not even a boast, and then he did a boast.
I think Salim's going to have to be the one to take this maybe to Dylan a little bit. Oh dear.
Interesting.
Yeah, that shot put him in a bit of trouble.
Wow. How long has this rally, do you think? It's been how many
Must
shots?
be on the over the
50?
90-second mark easily. Neither of these boys in a rush to get home by the looks of it. Oh, Salim just on the stretch, maybe
Wow.
feeling it, that rally a little bit.
10 all.
Player must win by 2
And nobody really went short in that rally. There was a couple of high boasts going
Yeah.
in,
Wow.
but just Dylan waiting for that error from Salim, and it came finally. 2-minute 11-second rally, that last
Wow.
one.
That's amazing.
Now they've got to back it
Very-
up again.
That does not happen too often in squash, luckily. Oh,
Again,
Dylan.
maybe Dylan feeling the pinch
Came
a
all the
little
way
bit.
back.
Handouts, 11
Not need to make a
game
mistake
ball.
there.
He'd done the hard work,
Yes.
and then he just put one in the middle of the tin, and it's not the time to be playing that shot.
It just shows that, you know, you can have winners and everything, but really it's about not making the mistakes.
Yeah. Salim will be wanting to close this first game out ASAP. Both players will be feeling the length of this first game. It's definitely the longest game of the day.
Was he 10-7 up?
Yeah, he was 10
Yeah.
up. He had 3
He's
game
going to be
balls.
kicking himself if he doesn't win this one, Salim.
Sends that backhand drop in.
That's it.
Air Huang in the air there. 2 feet off the floor.
Long rally coming up here.
I'm not sure Salim's going to be able to do that rally again. He's going to might have to be brave. Oh, Dylan's gone in. Salim with the reverse boast, just clips
Hit
the
it
top
down.
of the tin.
Salim must be so happy he won that game.
Salim takes the first game just about. It was getting very edgy, but he takes it. Luckily for him, a very, very good first game.
Yes.
Longest first game of the day.
Absolutely.
See some highlights here. Like we said, in the early phases of that first there, Dylan was really stepping up the court, pushing the pace, pushing the pressure, not really giving Salim much chance to breathe, but then took his foot off the gas a little bit, and Salim took advantage of that. And then, as we saw, Dylan with a fight back towards the end, which caused it to be a very, very edgy end to that game, with Salim just closing it out.
Yeah, I feel like if Dylan wants to come back out fighting in this game, he's got to get forward and take the ball earlier. He cannot be having those 2-minute rallies. That's not going to help anybody. Yeah, he's got to really think about taking every ball on the volley that he can, take every ball before the back wall that he can. I would personally take this a bit more speed to Salim, because he's very skillful, as you just saw in that replay. If he's got time, he's going to do that. If he hasn't got time, he's not going to be able to do that. So that would be my plan if I was Dylan.
Just how long Dylan can push that pace for, how long he's comfortable at that pace, which we saw again, you know, the first 5 or 6 rallies he was very comfortable at a high pace, but then dropped off through the mid part and then gave it a big push.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's because he just lost his rhythm or whether he got tired, but honestly, if he wants to win this, I don't think the slower game is going to be the way to go.
Yeah, both players playing some good squash. Wasn't really towards the back end that there was some errors.
The game had started. Okay, almost time for the second game.
They're ready.
Okay, it'd be interesting to see who comes out firing in this second game.
We'll see who that first game has affected more physically. I'm sure we'll see that pretty early on.
Love all.
See if Dylan can get himself back in this match.
Yeah.
We're off. Back in.
Oh wow!
It's more of the same from the end of that first.
Ooh, nice.
Great shot. Dylan gets it back.
Yeah, got pressure though.
Brilliant
Great.
shot. He's still got it back.
He's right on the end of this.
Got to volley
God, he
that.
managed to get back into it. Good job. Oh, he thought he was going to lose that rally then. Oh, after all that work.
Pressure had built.
1 love.
Dylan doing the right thing, trying to get it up and out of the way, but it's not quite accurate enough. Salim really forcing the issue in that first rally, stepping up the court, pushing the pace a little bit. Been very impressed with the work down the backhand wall
Yes.
from both of them. Very, very accurate, very tight.
Yeah, definitely.
Not allowing too much.
Yeah, not giving anything.
Absolutely onto that ball in a flash.
Yeah.
Another great rally here.
Yeah, moving each other all over the place.
This backhand side, really accurate.
Oh, that's
Oh,
nice.
it's well straightened
Yeah,
from Dylan.
nice little hold just before.
Yeah.
That was great.
Quite deceptive in that front right corner there, just on the stretch, punching it long.
It's not easy to do.
Now again, another long rally though.
Yes.
Certainly getting into the lungs. These two.
Yeah, this could end up being quite mental, I think.
Yeah. Oof.
Yes, right.
I'm glad he didn't hit that.
1 all.
We see a lot of the time in some of the junior events that those balls get hit and people get hurt.
I also sometimes see referees say no let though, too, which doesn't help the issue.
So in putting
always
some
gonna
good
be a let.
pressure. Oh, a bit heavy on the drop from Dylan. Salim just poking the ball back.
I think Nick Spazzeri must be very happy
He'll be loving
about
this.
these long rallies that are happening here. I don't
if
think
he's
either of
watching.
these people are going to be fresh tomorrow.
Not sure if Nick's watching, but if he is, well done. Enjoy
Watching these two
enjoy
kill each
this,
other.
enjoy the pain that these two are going through. Oh, a bit loose on that drive. It was the right shot to play, just not quite executing it, just down the middle. Again, another long rally. There's not really been any sort of quick fire points going on. Salim definitely looking to up the pace a little bit in this game, taking the ball a little bit earlier.
Yes, right.
Oh, there.
Let the ball run in.
Interesting.
I think he maybe thought that the ball was just a little bit
Past
too
him,
far
yeah.
behind him to be able to whip that cross.
Yeah.
Done well to get the ball out of there. Head flick from Dylan, trying to send Salim the wrong way. Brilliant use of the front wall from both of these guys, really, again, using that front wall to their advantage, resetting the rallies so they can launch another attack. Oh, that's a brilliant shot from Salim.
Nice.
Just on his back foot again, just rolling that half volley drop in. See it on the replay there, it's a brilliant shot. Dylan was there first bounce, but just clipped the top of the tin.
Such nice control.
Stroke stroke. 3-2.
Again, very patient play. Neither of them really making any errors.
No. No, definitely squeezing these points out of each other. He's definitely doing a bit more with the ball, though, isn't he?
Just moving it about a little bit more, forcing Dylan into more extremities of the court. As we say that, Salim's on the stretch. Nice weighted shot from Dylan. A little bit of a hold.
Yeah.
Flick round the corner.
It's amazing how just a little delay can stop that the opponent in the tracks.
Getting Salim to sink into his knees before he has to set off again.
Oh.
Maybe starting to feel it a little bit. That was a tired looking movement. A few quicker rallies going in as well now.
Yeah, suddenly.
Maybe the ball sort of softening up a little bit. Allowing for a few more quick fire attacks. Just in the tin. Couple of tired last couple of rallies there from
Suddenly
Salim.
can see, yeah.
You can see it's maybe affecting him a little bit. But Dylan was 5-3 up in the last game.
Oof.
I think he got that.
Yeah.
Oh, again on the stretch. So that's 3 in a row.
Yeah, suddenly Dylan's looks more comfortable than Salim.
Dylan again, lovely shot into that front right corner.
7-3.
Brilliant low kill, fading away.
Oof.
See both of them really sort of
Suddenly the game
going for it again now. Yeah, they don't want any more of the long rallies.
No, they're like, no, don't want to do this any longer. Oh, look at it. Shots are all over the place.
8-3.
Dylan let his arm go a little bit in the last few rallies and started to fire that ball into the front. It's paying off. Salim struggling to get low to a couple of them. Oh. Bit of a weak bounce, and it was a chance, and that's poor choice of shot for me. It just got to send that ball back straight, whether it be a drop or a drive.
Yeah, he did not need to do that.
No, he had Salim out of position and didn't need to do that.
Even if it had gone up, it had gone back to him.
Yeah, it's not the shot to play unless he's going to roll it.
And he doesn't want to give up this lead that he's managed to create either.
Salim's on the run. He's done well to get that ball back and send it up in the air.
Oh, nice.
Dylan just sort of shaping up for that drop there, and I don't think that was intentional. I think he actually changed his mind and realised that he had a bit more time than he thought. Just caught Salim a little bit off guard. It was a lovely shot.
Yeah, Dylan suddenly looks like he's hitting the ball like freer, like he doesn't look as stiff, and he actually looks a bit more relaxed somehow. Maybe he's just tired, I'm not sure, but...
Handouts,
it's a good
5-9.
Good response from Dylan, 9-5 up in the second after losing that first, and that very narrowly.
Oof.
There's some good shots going in. Dylan just... Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Let's have the replay on that.
6-9.
This match keeps seesawing backwards and forwards, doesn't it? Just when you think, oh yeah, that's it, Dylan's got it, then Salim comes back.
That is a beautiful
really
backhand shot. Just sort of just below shoulder height, chopping across the face of the ball. Straight out the nick. See it from all 3 angles. It's a fantastic shot. Shot of the day. We'll see it from up there as well. Again, he's on the stretch. Dylan now maybe looking
suddenly Dylan
more
looks
tired of the two. Salim having a push now.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see a big effort now from both of these guys, because Salim's going to want to, obviously he's going to want to go 2 up.
Yeah.
And Dylan, again, not going to want to let this lead slip. He was 9-5 up not too long ago. we know there's a big difference between 1-all and 2-love.
Absolutely.
Off. Salim again on that backhand side. Finds the width. I think that's 2,
Oh,
yeah.
Dylan looks very tired suddenly.
Yeah, that backhand drop. I pointed it out at the start and it's coming into life.
No, he didn't even bother.
No. Just Dylan giving Salim a few too many opportunities in the front court that's allowed him within 1 point again.
Yeah, you get the feeling if Dylan doesn't manage to squeeze this game, it's
Yeah.
game over.
I mean, Salim's showed fantastic character at,
Yeah,
at 8-3, 9-5 down. Just got a bit of a
Is he gonna
cheap
get it?
stroke.
Game ball.
2 game balls.
Let's see.
Big push now from Dylan. Not going to want to do what Salim did in that first.
Nice, he played that
It'll
well.
be a no-let, and it's going to be 1-all.
1 game off.
And Dylan was looking a little bit shaky towards the end of that game at 9-8 and just about managed to close it out.
Yes.
To send it
Yeah, and
to
that
1-all.
that shot he played at the end was another example of how you could say let,
Yeah.
or you play it, and as long as you manage to control it in a not perfect situation, you win the point with
Yeah.
it. And I think it's better to play it if you can,
Definitely.
and they can practice. If you practice playing those sort of shots in practice, when it comes to a match, you're used to it. You're not always saying let for everything.
Yeah. Just seeing some highlights from that first game. See, there was maybe a few more highlight reel-worthy shots in that game. Salim and Dylan both producing some winners.
Yeah, very nice.
Salim on that backhand side especially, I'm sure we're going to see a few of them here. Really chopping that ball into the front.
I think they both needed this rest in between games. Now we'll see who can. Now we're on even Stevens. We'll see
Play will resume in 60
who's going to
seconds.
get this third. What do you think?
I just think towards the back end of that game, even though he won it, I think Salim looking a little bit physically a little bit stronger.
Yeah, I agree.
But we'll soon find out if.
Yeah, maybe that was enough of a rest for
Yeah.
Dylan to come back out.
But we did see a big push from Salim towards the back end of that game, and he was. If that stroke's not gone in, he's he's making moves and he's really pushing Dylan all the way. And there we see that final shot of the game, like you say, just a nice bit of improvisation and
Yeah.
simply winning the rally.
Fifteen seconds.
Dylan first back to the court. Salim, I think, maybe getting told off about not quite being on time.
1 game all. Clock to serve.
Just a change of shirt for him as well,
Love all.
to the slightly lighter grey this time. Now he's doing his shoelaces up.
Let's see.
See what these first few rallies look like. See if Dylan's managed to recover physically.
Sharp.
Yeah, if that first rally's anything to go by, he's
1 love.
looking all right, and
Yeah.
he's managed to take a little bit of control of that middle in that first rally. Salim just couldn't quite find his length. Did he get that?
Good.
Oh, Salim's got him running all over the place.
Yeah,
there we
sharp.
go, and a guess from Dylan, that's always a good sign.
Handouts. 1 all.
If you're playing somebody and they guess, you know they may be feeling it a little bit.
Yeah, you're definitely getting the feeling he doesn't want to waste his energy on any extra running at this time, at this stage of the match.
Not wanting to engage in those longer rallies
Yeah.
like we saw in the first. Salim really liking that backhand drop.
Yeah.
Even though it's not a winner, it's sending the ball in tight and it's forcing Dylan to, hit underneath the ball and, open another space on the court, open another opportunity to launch another attack.
Rally.
Yeah, again, another long rally. Both players doing a lot of work.
Oh,
Dylan
that's
just
lovely.
fading that one across the front
Yeah.
wall.
And
It's a bit of a
Perfectly.
bit of a Huang trademark. See that quite often. Likes that backhand flick across the front of the court.
Yeah, it's not easy to make it hit it so that it dies on before the side wall like that. It's a great shot.
A nice little flick of the wrist. Again, this backhand side has been very, very impressive. It's been very accurate, very patient.
It'd be interesting to know what the percentage of players going over to this backhand. I reckon a good 70.
Easily,
Yeah, if not 75.
Most attacks have come from
nice.
that backhand side, and a nice little subtle hold and snap from Salim from the front left.
2-all.
Both players definitely seem to favour the backhand side. A few tired shots going in from Dylan at the minute. Yeah.
3-2.
Thought to have unforced errors at this stage of the match. I feel like when it's like this sort of stage of the match, it's better to go aiming to hit the ball short and tight as opposed to lower and lower, you know?
Yes, sir.
Try and think about getting the ball tight to the side wall, so even if the person's there, they can't do much with it, rather than how low can you go above the tin, and then you're making errors when you get a bit tired.
Yeah, I always like to say that, you know, at any level, a lot of players don't really hit or go for particularly winners unless they're, you know, really obvious. They're sort of working in bonuses a little bit. They're not playing a straight drive to win a rally, playing it to open up the space. And I think the same can be said sometimes when the player drops, they're just running it in tight again to open the space to make it nice and simple. Yeah. Make it nice and simple for the next shot, rather than, you know, going for those low margin shots where you're more likely to make an error.
It's nice. Good job of that.
Gonna be a stroke. Salim trying to scurry out the way, but not quite quick enough.
Well, it's not obvious who's feeling it the most in this
No.
game so far.
Maybe they're both just as tired as each other, so it looks like they're on a level playing field. Definitely see that Dylan's wanting to go short a little bit more, a little bit sooner. Like we said at the start of the game, he's not wanting to maybe engage in as many of these longer rallies like we see there.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit of a tired error.
Yeah.
Not wanting to engage. Salim seems to be willing still to do a little bit more physical work. Another error there from Dylan. Again, just going a bit too close to the tin, trying to finish the rally off early.
Yeah.
Maybe this is where we're starting to see the signs of a little bit of mental and physical fatigue. Again, Dylan's played a lot of squash in the last 2 or 3 weeks in both the St. Louis events.
How do you do in the second one?
I'm not entirely sure. Don't know. We can have a look. See if, and I know both. I think both of these played in the PSA in St. Louis. I don't think Salim played in the Pan Am qualifiers. I think maybe Dylan
Oh, perfect length. Yeah. 3-point lead now. It's definitely looking like Dylan's feeling it.
So in St. Louis, Dylan came through in the first round against Dartnell, 3-love, and Celine came through in 5 against Eddie Charlton. In second round, Dylan lost to Cesar Salazar and Celine lost to Ronald. So they both had the same run.
Who lost to who?
Ronald Palomino.
Okay.
So they both had the same run in St. Louis, just the 2 matches. And then the Pan Am qualifiers, if that's... See.
Yeah, she's sharp.
5-6.
Yeah, both guys, plenty of squash in the legs last few weeks. I know Salim only got back a couple of days ago. Had a bit of a nightmare with his flights.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. And he was in that much of a rush, he actually left his hand luggage on the flight.
To get to the
To the
connecting
train.
Oh, to get to the train. Oh, no.
So he was in Newark and left his bag.
Did he get back?
Well, he then actually ended up missing the train.
Oh, no.
Anyway, so then had to go back for his bag, otherwise he would have had to get it shipped. So I saw him on Thursday and he was feeling maybe a little bit worse for wear after his long trip. He was with Layla as well, so they both travelled together. They both had the same issues and they actually ended up Ubering back to Newark.
7-5.
Ooh, that's not a cheap Uber.
Late night on Wednesday, early hours of Thursday morning, and they were both here Thursday afternoon hitting, so...
Good effort.
Yeah.
You're getting ready for this, no doubt.
Yeah. And it looks like it's paid off so far for Salim.
Yeah.
Looking good at 7-5. And that backhand...
I do agree, he does have a good backhand
Yeah.
drop.
That front
We
backhand
can
corner.
guarantee, we can safely say that was correct.
It's his favoured area. Dylan just throwing that ball in the front now a little bit more and giving Salim a few more opportunities. Got him under pressure. Got him on the back foot. Dylan just needs to send that ball up in the air. Another long rally.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
a brilliant shot. Just resets the rally. He's got a chance. Not quite taking it. Now Dylan's the one with the impetus. Is that just going to be a let ball?
8-5. The
No
line to
let.
the balls behind your
Interesting decision.
left box. 8-5.
Yeah, so apparently the reasoning was from, shout out to the tech guy Hanny over here, who's giving us the decisions. Apparently the ball was too far behind. I do think without that interference there, I mean, I'm not quite sure where he's meant to go. And I know he came out the back wall, Nick, but
I feel like that's leading towards a stroke.
Yeah.
9-5.
it's definitely not a no let.
No, that's definitely not a no let. I
my
don't agree with
opinion,
that at
but
all.
We're not reffing, so
We are not reffing. So here we are, 9-5 up to Celine.
he's not going to want to let Dylan back in like he did in that first game. He's going to want to get this done and get ready for the fourth. See if Celine maybe gets a little bit edgy again. It's what it looked like in that first. Oh,
Yeah.
both feet off the floor. Dylan just struggling to get that one up and get under the ball.
10-5. Game ball.
Gives Celine 5 game balls to take a 2-1 lead.
That should be a good enough cushion
Yeah.
to get through this game. But you
Again,
never know in this match.
Yeah, and we might see, you know, Dylan might now just sort of give up the ghost a little bit and maybe let the arm go. We see it quite often. They just start going for shots when there's no pressure, and you know, it might make the other player sort of tighten up a little bit and get a bit nervous. Dylan really firing that ball in now. Yeah, and it's just one too many, straight in the middle of the tin, and it was a tired-looking Dylan towards the end of that game, and Salim, he's going to be very, very happy to have taken that third game, and hoping he can push on now to take it in 4.
No, that was an impressive game from Salim.
Definitely. It was definitely still a very high-quality affair, even, you know, towards the back end of the game there was a few errors, but, you know, for the most part it was, you know, it was still fairly high quality.
Well, at the moment you're looking like your
3-1 Salim
3-1,
prediction.
yeah, it's going to be correct.
You just see some highlights from I think there might be highlights from the second game, but they were that good. We'll watch them again. Now we've got highlights from this third game. We were just refreshing everybody's memory there of what happened in the second.
60 seconds.
And just take a look at some of the wonderful squash on show.
Yeah, I'm glad that they both went for some more shots in this last game.
Yeah.
There's being patient and there's being patient.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that ball's going to have died off a little bit now. I'm sure Dylan will be looking to capitalise on it. We know he's got the shots. See if he can maybe use them to his advantage and take Salim by surprise a little bit. Use that slightly colder ball and get it going short like that.
I feel like Dylan's tireder now.
Yeah. I do think
He looks
physically
tired.
Dylan may be struggling a little bit more than Salim, but that's sometimes when a player can be at the most dangerous. When they're feeling the pressure and they're feeling the pinch, they just go for a few.
Changes the rhythm.
Yeah. Saw that a couple of weeks ago with, I mean, he's a bit of an anomaly, but Matthias Knudsen was
Oh yeah.
absolutely done for and ended up winning 3-1.
His
Just
qualifying
by-
spot
Yeah.
in the Worlds.
Just by, in that semi-final, he actually played Spencer, and they had a mammoth 30-minute first game, which he lost. And then he just sort of let his arm go and just went for it, and it paid off. And that's when players like that are maybe most dangerous, and not as much pressure on it.
Well, he's known for his trick shots
Yeah.
and things, isn't he, anyway?
I mean, we know he's a little bit of an exception to the rule anyway.
Yes.
Matthias does play some interesting shots.
Well, someone like Matthias, if he can get his basic game really honed in with the shots he has, he could be a very dangerous player. He could be someone we should be looking at for the future.
Very, very talented racket.
Handouts,
Just
one
all
all.
sports, he can do anything. Any
Any
sport,
sport?
he's very, very good at football, golf, squash.
One of those people.
Yeah, annoying, isn't it?
Yeah, very. It's hard enough to be good at one thing.
Yeah. I'm sure Dylan's going to give it a good effort, give it a good push.
Well, if the World Open isn't
Yeah,
something you
enough.
want to fight for, then I don't know what is.
Yeah.
2-1.
See, one of these guys will be taking on Nick Spizzeri tomorrow for that wildcard spot in Chicago in May. Just under a month away now, I believe.
Yeah, I think the British is first, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, lovely
nice
shot.
shot.
Just chopping it into that front
Handouts,
right nick.
2 all.
Off the sidewall, not an easy shot to play. But Salim making it look simple.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the dates are of the British, but I know it's not too
No,
far
it's
away.
not. It's the next
Birmingham.
big one.
Imagine pretty much everyone playing that.
Yeah. And that's one of the new diamond events as well, so it's a 48 draw,
Oh.
isn't it? Not a 32.
32.
We'll see a few more of the slightly lower ranked players getting involved in that one.
That's nice.
Oh,
Yeah, they
again.
must be excited, the people outside the top
Yeah.
32, but
3-2.
obviously the top 48 must be very excited about those
Yeah,
diamond
yeah.
events.
Yeah, I'm sure. We've just had information. British.
So the British is June 1st to 8th.
So it's actually after the Worlds.
See, I did not realise that. So the British will be the last.
British is the last
big one of the season.
Yeah. Yeah. So Worlds first, and then it'll be all down to the British Open.
Yeah.
Always a fantastic event, the most prestigious one on the calendar.
Yeah, it's been around forever.
Well, you've played in a few of them, Linda.
I did. I played in many British Opens over the years. Managed to reach a couple of semis.
Nice.
Unfortunately win it, but it's a great tournament.
Yeah. Wherever
It's got this sort of super prestigious feel of it. Even if the prize money sometimes isn't. This year it is particularly high, but there's been years when they haven't had such high prize money, but somehow everybody wants to play it because everybody wants to say they won the British Open. Yeah. Yeah, the Worlds is 650,000 this year.
Is that across both draws?
Left box, 5-2.
Equal prize money, which it should be.
Yeah. I just didn't know if it was going to be 300 each or 600 for both. Well, if it's 600 for both, somebody's going to be taking home a right wedge.
Yeah, that's worth winning.
Yeah.
But I'm so happy to see the tour
6-2.
is growing like it is. There's so many tournaments at all the different levels.
Yeah.
If you're like these two players based in America, here at the Spectre Centre, you can play a big chunk of your PSA tournaments just in this country alone.
Even within 2-3 hours from here, you can play a bunch of tournaments.
Yeah, you don't have to spend, I'm sure you spend money on travelling, but you don't have to go to Australia and then Malaysia and then somewhere else, you know, all the time, where it's obviously incredibly expensive to get there.
Yeah, and these guys are, you know, it's not very often that these guys will go, you know, abroad or too far from the, you know, the scene of America in the Challenger events. But you know, they do take the odd trip every now and again. But I know Salim does a lot of his events in the US and Canada, along with Dylan. They're in, you know, they're in almost every event together, these two.
Yeah.
So they're very familiar with each other's games, very familiar with each other as people.
But that's kind of what's so great, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, in England we used to have such a great group of us that would travel to a lot of tournaments together, and it really does make the whole circuit just feel so much more fun and friendly and supportive. If you're doing it on your own, it's definitely not the same.
And even when, you know, these guys play, they know it's work, they know there's no bad blood between them. These two will, you know, probably be practicing together on Monday.
Yeah.
Regardless of the result, you know, they've probably practiced together all through this week, so there's definitely no issues there. It's the same with all the US guys, they're all pretty close. They all get on well with each other, and you know, when they're on court it's business as usual, but when they're off it, they can go for a coffee. Yeah, they can go for a coffee, they can go for a drink. No problem. Dylan's just
he's pushing back,
he's having one final push. He was looking down and out at 6-2, but he's had a resurgence.
That's been the name of the game in this match, I think. Going down, coming back, going down, coming back.
You can tell that Dylan is definitely feeling the length of this match now, but he's doing a great job at firing back at Salim and just really taking the game to him. Salim's actually looking pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, he's getting around pretty well, isn't he?
And Dylan piling on the pressure in the last couple of rallies. As we switch camera angle, it's a lovely camera angle.
Yeah, it's great when you can see how much work it takes to lunge into those low front corner shots.
You actually see how far up they're actually going. I think maybe this camera angle doesn't quite do justice how far that ball's landing in the front, and that's another backhand drop from Salim. And he's proving me right.
He is.
That backhand drop's his favourite. We'll see it from this angle.
He's barely made. He may have made I would say 1 or 2 areas in that
Yeah.
front corner, but there's been a lot of winners.
Yeah,
A hell of a lot of winners in that corner.
If anyone wants to know how to hit a backhand drop, send me a message and I'll give you Salim's number. Because he's been an absolute clinic down that side.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Dylan. I would be hanging out there so long. I don't
No.
think if I was Dylan. Like let's. I don't want to risk putting it loose in case he puts it away.
And like we say, he's not made many errors down that side. As I say that, he just rolls one into the tin there, going for a Mazen 3-wall. Bose there, who Salim actually played on this court when he got the wild card for the US Open.
Oh, really?
Played Mazen on this court, and I'm sure he won't mind me saying he was. The next day, I think he might have been a bit stiff.
Well, when Mazen's playing well,
Yeah.
he's a joke how well he plays.
And I think that was
He's so skillful.
I think he got to the quarters there, and he took out Joel in the second round. So
yeah.
he was on
Oh,
fire.
yes, I remember that.
Beat Joel 3-love. Salim claimed that it was his match that got him sharp. Got him sharp for the next day. I'm sure he'll take that. We're going to see one final push from Dylan. Salim now looking a little bit
that's
tired, and that's a
lovely.
brilliant shot.
Cool, he's evened it up. You know, just as you thought
7-8.
Salim was going through to make it 3-1, I'm not so sure now.
Yeah, and just Dylan shortening that swing, punching the ball into the front right. Nice and tight. No chance.
I'd be
for
keeping it
Salim.
down that forehand if I
Yeah.
was Dylan. I'm not sure why he keeps on hitting over to the backhand.
And he's in quite a few errors on his own backhand as well, so it's not, it's not really point for point down that side. He's, like you say, that forehand definitely
Well, he's
in
won some
favour
points
of
there.
Dylan, yeah.
Keep it there, buddy.
Yeah.
Keep it away from Salim's backhand. It's easy when you're sitting here, though, in
Yeah.
the commentary box, that's for sure.
Yeah, squash is easy to watch.
We're all experts from
Yeah.
our seats.
You don't need to be an expert to see that Dylan is feeling this now. You can tell the movement's gone a little bit slower back up to the tee. Salim still looking fairly bouncy on his toes. But Dylan definitely a little bit slower out the corners.
Looks like some of the juniors are back for their second session of the day, the squads they're having.
So they were getting absolutely killed towards the end of the morning on the court sprints.
They were. They had some fitness testing they were doing with Bridget, and there was some court sprint testing, and yes, let's say they were pretty tired
Yeah.
at the end of it.
Yeah, I saw a few of them were sort of laying flat on the floor, looking for some oxygen somewhere.
But rightly so, they've all had a break recently after Nationals, and then they're going to be like ramping it up now for Worlds this summer and Pan Am's before that. 2 different teams going. And if you don't take a break in March, April, then you're just not going to take one. So,
You've got to have
you
one
know,
somewhere.
and then you've got to get back into it. So here they are, get back into it.
We'll see if Dylan can have one last roll of the dice, physically anyway. He can really push the pain barrier.
I feel quite watching this match.
I thought this might be pick of the bunch of the match of the day.
You're actually right, I think.
Definitely entertaining.
I really enjoyed Nick's game just because I thought he played so precisely and so well. But this is definitely way more closely contested.
Yeah.
Definitely the longest
Oh,
match.
and he's got the back wall, Nick, at
He
8-7.
doesn't want to take one of those.
Oh,
9-7.
9-7. Nearly an hour-long match.
nearly at the hour mark. We're definitely going to be at an hour for this match. Maybe more if Dylan can find something special in these last few rallies of this game. Salim is looking good. Looks like he's got that bit of adrenaline now going through him. He knows he's close.
Yeah.
Dylan looking very tired now. To give Salim 3 match balls, a bit frustrated there.
10-7, match ball.
Salim serving for the match to take him to tomorrow afternoon's final. First time of asking, or is it going to go to another tie break?
It's always nice to win a match ball on the first try, so let's see.
It's that relief.
Yeah.
Feeling a relief when you lose one. doubt starts to creep in, especially when there's still pretty close.
Another game, so it's gone like that a little bit. It's always interesting how the person who's up can tighten up and the person who's down suddenly starts playing some amazing squash. Just shows how mental the game is.
Oh!
Was that Mizuki?
He's Mizuki'd it into the forehand front nick. That is absolutely outrageous. That must be better than Greg Marsh's one that he did a couple of weeks ago. We'll have to be tagging him on that on Instagram. That is absolutely ridiculous. Mizuki, bang.
Yes, wow.
Flat.
That was so cool.
We'll be sending that into
Shot of the
Greg,
year.
Greg and PSA. Get live on that, the social media.
Exactly.
Hopefully Dylan will be watching that highlight as a winner of this match. It's not a shot you want to play and then lose a match.
Yeah.
Bittersweet.
We can give him at least the shot of the match, though, I think, whatever happens after this.
Definitely.
Ooh,
Just
too good.
hits the tin.
Disappointment.
Salim takes it in 4. My prediction was right, but a really good match.
Very good match.
Very tightly contested all the way through, and
Yeah.
Salim just sneaking it in 4, and Dylan maybe looking a little bit tired towards the end, but a great effort nonetheless. And that puts Salim, is our last finalist for tomorrow against Nick Spizzeri.
It is. I think it's 12 o'clock for the girls' match, or the women's match, and follow on for the men's match.
Yeah, so we'll see you all tomorrow. It's great to be joined by Linda.
That was fun, Joe.
Yeah.
I look forward to doing this tomorrow.
You will. Thank you to Charlie, Dina, Whitey as well for doing a little bit of commentary for us today, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Robin